West Coast League are proud of the reputation of the league. We would like to ensure that the ballpark holds safe and enjoyable events for all of our visitors. Please help us in making this possible.
We are hoping the rain stays away and the sunny skies will come here to Ridgefield, because we got another great running here between the Raptors and the Pickles in these South Division foes in the West Coast League. My name is Patrick McCall, and I am your voice of the Raptors here in 2024. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. And Game 1 of this series yesterday was quite a good one here at the Rourke, but the Raptors end up getting the win 4-0, only allowed 2 hits to the opposing lineup, with Dominic Chacon getting both of those for the Portland Pickles, and it was a nice bounce back for Ridgefield's lineup and Ridgefield's pitching staff as well, which was outscored 17-0 in the first 2 games of the series way back earlier on in late May and early June. So with that, the Raptors had a lot to build on going into this game, and they did get it done in Game 1. Now look for the series win, would be their second straight if they can do it after beating the Bend Elks 2 out of 3 times earlier on. So we'll get into the lineups and the pitching matchup in this game. Logan Anderson is the lefty Ridgefield Raptor on the bump coming in. The Portland Pilot redshirted in the spring. He did not get to pitch for the Pilots there, but he does come in with a 9.72 ERA this year in the West Coast League. He is 1-0 in those decisions in 4 appearances. 8 1/3 innings pitched. He has started no prior times, but Anderson, his last time out, went 5 innings at Port Angeles there. He allowed 3 runs on 4 hits, 3 walks in 1 case. This is Logan Anderson from Washington, will be out there for the Raptors, who are 10-11 coming into this matchup. And for the 15-8 Portland Pickles, it'll be Matthew Shapiro. Comes in from Tokyo, Japan. He stands at 6'4", 210. And Shapiro has made 3 appearances on the mound with a 1.80 ERA in 10 innings. He has allowed just 2 runs on the year. Both of those earned 6 walks and 8 strikeouts. His last time out was against the Night Owls of Nanaimo, going 3 1/3, allowing a couple runs, 3 hits, no walks, and 5 Ks. Again, that's the righty Matthew Shapiro for the 15-8 Portland Pickles, while the Raptors will be facing their lineup first for the Pickles. So it'll be Patrick Keegren coming out first for Portland, the third baseman batting first. Sam Christensen is going to be the center fielder batting second. Alex Gouveia is going to be the second baseman batting third. Tanner Griffith is in the cleanup spot in right tonight for the visiting Portland Pickles. Alex Overbay, the DH, in batting fifth. Dominic Chacon, the left fielder, batting sixth. Jack Mencho is going to be the shortstop batting seventh. Kevin Ferguson, the first baseman, who will hit eighth, while Connor Stewart is the catcher. And tonight he's going to round out the order for the visiting Portland Pickles, who lost Game 1. Look for the bounce-back win here today in Game 2. Real quick, we'll go through the Raptors lineup, and that reads Taylor Takada going first and playing second. Deshaun Harris, the center fielder from OU, is going to be out there in the outfield batting second. Luke Iverson is the catcher tonight after being in right the last 2 games. He comes back and bats third. Hunter Kashke is the right fielder and will hit cleanup, while Brody Mills is at first. Jack Salmon is the DH and will hit sixth. Patrick Inskove is the third baseman, hitting seventh. Andrew Grennert from LMU is going to be the shortstop in this game and hit eighth. Justin Tsukada is in left field tonight for the Raptors, and he will be out there in the outfield batting ninth. So that is how the Raptors stack up. Again, Game 1 yesterday, 4-0. And look to build off that win. Also had 10 hits on the day and only allowed 2 to the Pickles. And the Pickles come into this game with a record of 15-8 and will have to fight back to try and catch the Knights, who are now 4 games ahead of them in the South Division in the first half. There's some limited time available. Raptors have played 21. Pickles have played 23 in WCL ball in the first half. And for those that know, the West Coast League splits up with the first 27 and the next 27 games representing the 2 halves. So the Pickles really going to need to win here tonight and then moving forward a few times to try to catch the Knights, who have the chokehold on the first half in the WCL. But we're going to step aside as the national anthem is about to begin. I got to speak with Andrew Grennert, the LMU player here for the Raptors in the infield before the game. Here's what Andrew had to say about how the season's going so far.
Fans, if you would, please stand now, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the American flag over the left field deck as Kendra Fector leads us in our national anthem. Thank you. Thank you, Kendra. Fans, please be aware that a ball or bat or a portion of a bat could leave the playing field at any time and could enter the spectator areas. We remind you to please pay attention while you enjoy tonight's game. For our young fans, please remember, do not climb the fences for foul balls. If a foul ball goes out of the stadium and goes into one of the adjoining fields, please stay off of those fences. Hey fans, thank you very much for your cooperation, not parking in the colored curb areas in the parking lots, either here at the Roar or over at the middle school. The police department is still making periodic drive-thrus to make sure that we're adhering to their rules. But it is good to see that no one's on those curb lines. The only exception is a change that the city of Ridgefield made this last week to add in some more handicap parking along the long curb line here at the main entrance where the buses pull in and line up. That area now has designated ADA parking spaces.
Testing.
Is this the first time we've worn the flag? Your starting pitcher tonight for the Raptors, number 32 from the University of Oregon, Logan Anderson.
So the Raptors are back with Logan Anderson out there, the left-handed pitcher on the mound now for Ridgefield, and he comes in to this contest with that 9.72 ERA. We'll see what he can do ultimately here for the Raptors. And Anderson comes in the first inning facing Patrick Keegren for the Pickles, who are 15-8 in this contest. And here comes Keegren, who steps in. First pitch is upstairs and called a ball. We get going at 6:34 in this game. Weather sitting at about 72 with a wind blowing northwest 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain between 60 and 50% as that is forked up the middle and a base hit. Quick start for the Pickles offense. And now it is going to be Sam Christensen, the center fielder, due up. We'll see what he can do. Stepping in, Christensen for the Pickles. is from Mesa, Arizona, and also sees a strike. Is playing and committed now to Oklahoma and the Sooners. He has hit .210 so far on the year in 21 games. Pitch down from Anderson. That is hit over to the right side. Mills goes for the double play to second. Grenard has it, but cannot go back to first, and that's a fielder's choice to the line of Christensen. And we'll have a moment here for Mark Magdaleno to argue his case about Grenard's position, and that brings us to the defensive alignment tonight with Luke Iverson doing the catching for the Raptors. Brody Mills will be at first. Taylor Takata is the second baseman from Hawaii. Andrew Grenard is the shortstop tonight. Patrick Inskove, the third baseman for the Raptors. Justin Sukata is in left. Desan Harris in center. Hunter Kashke in right field. And that is how the Raptors stack out. Actually had the official call on, I guess you can say, the replay review there as Magdaleno came out to argue. But ultimately, Keegering is going to be said to have been out at second. And it's going to be Alex Gouveia up there for the Portland Pickles. So Gouveia actually wearing number 7 in this game, so he usually wears 21, and we'll see a strike. But either way, did play yesterday and went 0 for 4. And is hit .317 so far this season. Here's the 0-1. And that is low for a ball. Raptors hoping to have another win after yesterday. They won 4-0 against Portland. It's Ridgefield's first win against Portland this season, as that is belted and fair into left field. A base hit for Gouveia, and all of a sudden Portland in just one inning in the first has matched what it was able to put up yesterday with 2 hits. You never know what you're going to see on the diamond. Well, the hitter now is Tanner Griffith, the right fielder for the Pickles. He's the outfielder from St. Mary's and hitting .264 in 21 games this year. He was 0 for 4. They strike out yesterday as this ball is put into the infield. Grenard lets him eat him up. Now throws high to first. Here comes Keegren to the plate. He scores, and the Pickles have a 1-0 lead. Going to give an error to Andrew Grenard as Alex Overbays the DH and steps in.
Now coming up to bat, number 14, the designated hitter, Alex
Overbay,
Overbay.
the DH, stepping into this situation, and for Overbay will have runners at the corners with one away. The Raptors down by a run, but Overbay's hitting .189 as a two-way guy. And he does chop that off the bat for a foul ball. He went 0 for 4 on June 27th against Yakima Valley. Anderson, the lefty pitcher, has to find his way out of the jam. And Iverson will go down to second. Grenard is not able to get it as it goes high. Harris goes to third with a baseball, and the tag is not in time to get Griffith. Scoring is Gouveia, and the Pickles have a 2-0 advantage. A blazing start for Portland, as it's been able to grab a couple of quick runs. All of a sudden, a blitz of the Raptors defense, and Anderson, before he can settle into this game, has already seen a couple runs come across. Now go back to Overbay with the 1-1. That is inside. Call it ball number 1 and 2 in the count, I should say. And already a much different effort given out here by Portland. The Raptors have given up the 2 hits, which is as many as they gave up yesterday to Portland, and have 2 errors, as that ball is slashed foul down the first base line. It was a bit of a shock yesterday when Portland did not put up a run for an offense that's been steady. All of a sudden, are showing the potential here in the first inning. As this ball is slashed over to the glove of Grennert, thought about going home, but he'll take the out at first. And the Pickles score another to lead by 3 as there's 2 down. They're going to be Dominic Chacon. Here comes Anderson. This ball is put right up into the air. Iverson in foul territory grabs it. And that is going to be a foul ball. Chacon, the outfielder committed to Grand Canyon. He hit .276 in the spring with South Mountain as a sophomore and went 2 for 3 yesterday. He's hit a total of .314 on the year. Here's the 0-1 from Logan Anderson. Chopped foul down the first base line. Raptors in this situation have seen Anderson his last time out fare a bit better, gave up 3 runs in the win at Port Angeles after going 5, but has now seen 3 come across. Of course, some unearned in this first inning, but he does find his way out of it with that strikeout, and Chacon will be down. Jack Metcho eventually due up for the Pickles after a good first inning from Portland's offense. 3 runs on 2 hits. There are also 2 errors in the inning, and 1 left on base. We'll be back with more baseball in the bottom of the first. Raptors down 3.
For your tail of the tape. Any Ridgefield home run out of the park, we're going to give you the speed of the ball off that bat, the launch angle, and the distance that ball traveled. And as always, thank you to Safeway and Albertsons, our double sponsor. Any Ridgefield batter that gets a true double, Safeway and Albertsons will make a cash donation to the Clark County Food Bank in the name of that batter. Starting pitcher from Pickles, number 29, Matthew Shapiro.
Raptors going to get going here in the bottom of the first inning, down 3-0 to Portland. It'll be Taylor Takata, infielder from Hawaii, who is hitting .306 on the year in 12 games, as the righty pitcher is going to be Matthew Shapiro. And he starts it off with a ball upstairs. Raptors in this game looking for the big win. It is going to be called a strike. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back to the first base side, and we will be doing it again with a 1-2. Takata did play yesterday, went 1 for 3 with a run and a walk as well. Long stare by Shapiro, and he looks for something here to get the Orange Coast transfer. As that ball is barreled up but down the left field line. So for the moment, the big story coming into this game, would we see any rain potentially get over? Is about a half chance between 6 and 8, and so far it's held off here in the Pacific Northwest, and hope that stays true the rest of the way through this one. As that is going to be called a strike on the outside corner. Takata will be down. There's one away. Strong deal off the hand of Shapiro, and he faces Desan Harris. 282 batting average in 11 games. He was 2 for 3, caught stealing 2 times yesterday. Harris from Oklahoma, he'll be committed to the Sooners and now jumping to SEC play as well next year as he carves that off the bat for a foul ball. Raptors have the crowd gone silent for now, looking for something to cheer about. Their team down in front of them by 3. As Harris puts it in play, a base hit and a right. Quality hitting there for Desan Harris, who finds the loop in the defense and gets on the first Raptor on base in the first. And now Luke Iverson will try to extend the rally as well. The catcher and outfielder from Utah Valley, he's hitting 282 this season in 21 games. He did go 2 for 4 as well on the first game of this series yesterday evening. As that pitch over to first is not going to be in time. Harris diving back. Another check on Harris is not in time. Iverson being one of the mainstays in the Raptors lineup. This is West Coast League game 22. And for Iverson, also game 22, the Raptors have put him out there in every lineup against WCL opponents. And for those that are just tuning in, the Pickles got the 3 runs in the top of the first using a couple of Raptors errors and mishaps. Patrick Keegren led off the Pickles with a base hit there, scored a run the first. After that, Sam Christensen was caught up in a fielder's choice but got on. And then kind of the walls came off there with Alex Gouveia getting a base hit and then Tanner Griffith getting on with a run. Ultimately, the Pickles able to strike for 3 in that first. Raptors looking for a bounce-back inning as well from Logan Anderson, who went 5 his last time out. As Iverson shoves it right side of the infield, a slide for the second baseman, Gouveia. But he has to take the ball with him as there's nowhere to go with it. An infield single for Luke Iverson. Just put it deep enough to the right side. Hunter Kashke is the right fielder stepping in. He hit 2 for 4 in the first game of the series, then hit 313 as collectively on the year. He's at 313, and he'll be committed to Utah Tech. And Shapiro from the stretch, he bends it outside. Kashke back in his prep days, went all the way to basic high school back in Las Vegas. Was a 3-time letter winner there. And somehow hit 571 as a senior and had 3 home runs and 28 RBI. Then on the mound, he also had an under 1 ERA and 47 strikeouts as a senior. About as good as it gets out there on the diamond. Now he slashed it into right field. That is a drop for Griffith. He does make the catch over his head. It'll be Desan Harris who tags to third and gets in there ahead of a slide. Iverson is back to first with no throw from the third baseman, Keegren. And with 2 away, the Raptors will try to bring home the runners at the corners. This is Brody Mills stepping in from Washington. Mills, the infielder, and going into his sophomore year. Mills last played against Bend, and he went 1 for 5 with 3 strikeouts on June 27th. Does hit 136 on the year so far, but just 6 games for Mills. And he sticks away from that at 94 from Shapiro, 1-0. Jack Salmon ready to go out there on the third base side near the Raptors dugout behind Mills, but Washington Huskies going to see a strike. For Mills, hit in just 24 ABs in the spring, so he's really looking to use this time to build back up some more experience as he goes into fall baseball. And this ball is put in play to the first baseman, Ferguson, who teams up with Shapiro to get the out and end the inning. Raptors can't get anything going as there are no runs on 2 hits, no errors in the inning. And, of course, 2 left on Ridgefield, down 3-0 here to Portland as we head to the second.
Thank you to Woodland Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the Raptors. Dr. Bobby and her team at Woodland Chiropractic keep the Raptors ready for success. Proudly serving Southwest Washington for over 20 years. And thank you to Columbia Distributing.
We've been perfecting the process since 2019.
Waste Connections is proud to sponsor the Raptors. Waste Connections takes great pride in celebrating community vitality and supporting local.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Raptors back on defense, and we will go ahead and give you a message from our good friends over at ANNCR. Quantum Fiber is the nation internet value you'll love. Now get 500 meg internet for $50 a month, and with Price for Life Internet, keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. Quantum Fiber Internet, your world unleashed. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into the broadcast here tonight. We do appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see what Anderson can recover with after giving up the 3 in the first, and fires outside of the zone to Jack Mecho, the shortstop. And Mecho will await and see one bend outside the strike zone, 2-0. Jack Mecho, another one from Fairfield, California, the sophomore, hitting 158 in 9 games. Has 4 RBI, but no extra base hit yet. Anderson has missed to 3 balls and no strikes. He last played going 0 for 3 at Yakima Valley with a strikeout as well on June 27th. Pacific sophomore hit .233 back in the spring. And Anderson finds the zone for a strike. Actually led the Tigers, speaking of no extra base hits here in the WCL, but then led the Tigers in the spring with 4 triples, was third in the West Coast Conference. He also had 9 stolen bases and 12 attempts, which led his team. And he will walk to first base as Anderson has given him a chance to score over there. It'll be Kevin Ferguson. Kevin Ferguson, the infielder, is hit .230 on the season in 17 games. From Battleground, Washington, just down the road, and he didn't play in the spring, but hit .230, as I mentioned, this season. As that'll be a strike over the zone. He's had 1 home run, 2 doubles, 12 RBI. It's at 6'4", 200. Great frame to be playing and hitting the baseball. The 0-1 bounces off the turf. One of the interesting things tonight as well, that significant wind out there to right center, is if we see a home run between these two teams. Haven't had one in a second at the Rourke. But righty hitters to counter a lefty Anderson will have to likely be able to pull that Oppo Taco into right center. And that's definitely a little bit tougher, though you have the advantage of the wind that typically blows out there at the Rourke. Ferguson from Battleground High School. And he just survives for a minute, but the home plate umpire, Elijah Bester, pulls a late bow and arrow, and there's one down in the second. Connor Stewart, the catcher, will be the batter and round out this lineup for the Pickles. Might have been Nate Wood for Portland, yet Nate Wood removed from yesterday's game after looked to be an injury, so Connor Stewart is out there. He went 0 for 2 yesterday after replacing Wood, and he has hit .280 on the year in 15 games. Transfer of San Diego City College and now plays at Cal State Northridge. Here's going to be a check on first ahead of the pitch. Raptors won yesterday against the Pickles 4-0. Ended up getting their second shutout in a row. As the 0-1 is back to the screen. Raptors definitely appreciated being able to get that big win here against their southern rival in Portland, who always seems to be seen down the line in the postseason. Of course, in the WCL schedule, you only have 6 games in the regular season between 2 clubs, but Portland and Ridgefield familiar in the postseason. 0-2. Foul back. Also had a solid amount of Portland fans trickle their way down here to Ridgefield. It is not a big drive to get here from the opposing park. Similar situation for when the Raptors resume the Columbia River Cup. It won't be far to get down to Longview. See either the Black Bears or vice versa when the Black Bears find their way into Ridgefield. Nice little West Coast League trip where we have these 3 teams centered within an hour of each other. And Anderson's going to throw a 1-2 to Connor Stewart. And he just blazed it outside. Count is run even. Count is at 2-2. Anderson stares over at first, then back home. Now this ball is hit high in the air left field. That is going to trail towards the foul line and just screech a few away from the left field line. The count will be remaining at 2-2. One away, the Pickles still winning 3-0 in this game. Put up 2 hits in that first inning to do that. Also took advantage of 2 Raptor errors in the inning. Anderson back from the stretch with a runner on. This ball is again blasted down the left field line, and if anyone wants to get a souvenir, they're going to have to chase that into the parking lot. A couple of big blasts here by Connor Stewart. He'll try to chase one fair enough for the Portland offense, looking pretty strong. It's a long way, too, to hit it down to left with the wind blowing against the baseball. Iverson able to keep with that behind home plate. And if you go through the start log as well of Logan Anderson, the Portland Pilot, it's been up and down. I've seen him in a performance like he did again, got the win his last time out against Port Angeles, getting a quality outing with 5 innings, only allowed 3. It does get the strikeout back at the plate. There's 2 gone. But has had some other rocky appearances against Yakima Valley, allowed 6 and 2, so and only 2 of the runs were earned. But for Anderson, we'll try to fight through the early adversity and see Patrick Keegren up there, who is 1 for 1. As this one is low in the turf, ball 1. Anderson staring for a sign. Pickles have gotten direction after nearly every pitch from the base coaches, the 1-0. And that leaks in the zone for a strike. And for those that were tuning in yesterday, Elijah Bester is the home plate umpire. He was on the crew yesterday as a base umpire, but now moves behind the plate. Riley Keller is the base umpire in today's game, but he was not on crew yesterday. That was Jim Courtney, as Iverson will go to second and just leak it away from the glove of Takata. Might have been a play down there. Jack Mecho, the shortstop, has found his way into scoring position with his first stolen base of the year. Raptors still down by 3 with 2 away, and now Anderson faces more pressure with the runner in scoring position. The 2-1. And is hit off the board behind home plate for a foul ball. Big part of the Raptors' win yesterday, no defensive mistakes, had the 2 in the first inning. And quite a regression that was seen there. The Pickles, who didn't score, and the Raptors hadn't given up a run in over 18 innings, but were blitzed for 3. 2-2. That's low for ball 3 the count. Pickles have adjusted the lineup a little bit in today's game. But not a huge mix-up from yesterday's offense, as Anderson lost the last pitch and hit Patrick Keegren. He will painfully jog his way down there, and was going to be ball 4, but Keegren probably not in love with being hit by that pitch, as Sam Christensen is the center fielder. Christensen up here batting for the second time in the game. In the first, he ended up scoring as he got on with a fielder's choice. Brody Mills went to second, and the out was there, and then the Pickles able to string together a few to get on base. eventually take a 3-0 lead. We see strike one on the outside corner. Good applause from the Rourke fans who are looking to get help any way they can to get Anderson out of the inning. The 0-1 bends away from the zone. Raptors at 10-11 on the season. One of the goals of Chris Cota and company with the Raptors to get to 500 near the break, and that is where the Raptors and the Pickles are headed. Raptors actually behind a few teams as this ball is put in play. Mills drops it, though, trying to flip to Anderson, and everybody is safe. Pickles have now loaded the bases, already up 3 in the second inning. And this will be a huge batter for the Raptors to face. One hit could seriously change the trajectory of this game. And they're going to call it error number 3 on the Raptors defense with Mills charged. As Alex Gouveia, the second baseman, got on in the first with a base knock. He scored a run as well. Raptors trying to prevent the wheels from falling off as the pitch comes down. And it's called a strike. Well, I was talking about the postseason, but the Pickles will need a lot to try and come back and catch the Knights in the first half, because there's 27 games in the first, 27 in the second, with 4 automatic postseason spots locked up for who has the best record in the division for the first half, and then the second half in either division. That'll make up 4 playoff spots, and the best playoff spot to get is the division crown, but Raptors will be out of that race in the first half anyway, and now look to provide a good overall record. And also we'll have the reset after the first half comes to a close, and for the second half of the season's 27 games, we'll get a chance to catch the Knights, whoever else is hot. But this ball is put on to Insgrove at third, and he gets it to first inning to retire the side and get the Raptors out of the bases loaded jam. No runs come across for the Pickles in the inning. They also scratch for no hits either. There's another Raptors error and 3 left on. We are going to head to the bottom of the second. Ridgefield trying to respond with some offense.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or just looking for a property valuation, give Rose Real Estate a call.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Back for Raptors baseball here with Ridgefield down 3-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Quick message from our friends over at Buffalo Wild Wings. If you're craving wings, dive in a flavor overload at Buffalo Wild Wings every Thursday. It's BOGO free boneless wing day. That is right. Buy one order of our mouth-watering wings and get another absolutely free. Gather your herd and head over to Buffalo Wild Wings for a Thursday feast you won't forget. With an array of sauces and seasonings to choose from, there's something to tantalize every taste bud. Don't miss out. BOGO free wings every Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings, because when it comes to flavor, we don't just wing it, we master it. See you there. Jack Salmon, the hitter, against Matthew Shapiro to start off the second. And it's outside for a ball. Salmon, a returning Raptor, and stepping into this situation, the outfielder hitting .211 in 17 games. Cannot connect with that pitch low in the zone at 85, but he has 2 home runs, a couple doubles. 8 walks and 4 RBI for Jack Salmon, committed to Hawaii. Be exciting to see him out there in the Island State. That's going to hit off the turf and trip Elijah Bester. Home plate umpire does a swift move to get up and is fortunately all right. Well, for a moment, we're going to have bigger problems. Took a minute of hesitation, but all part of the plan for Bester. The count will be 2-1. Raptors allowed 3 to the Pickles back in the first inning. The 2-1. And that is hit out of the stadium for a foul ball. Well, interesting about Salmon was actually committed initially to Southern Cal and the Trojans back in the day, but ended up attending, Golden West. As that is ball 3, but you'll now see the Raptors with a bit of USC connection as Richard Tejeda, though he's not in the lineup tonight, has been one of the Raptors' mainstays and will head to USC. Salmon's going to fork this into left field. That is down for his 13th hit of the year. Jack Salmon on base to start out the second. It'll be Patrick Insko from Little Rock, Arkansas. The Oklahoma Sooners hit 150 in 12 games.
Oklahoma, Patrick Insko.
Pitch to Inskove to start things off. And that is low. And Inskove sporting those blue batting gloves tonight. Bit of a different mix-up for the Raptors, who are also in a unique uniform tonight. They're wearing the black. And for the Raptors fans that have been dedicated and listening to many games, Raptors usually wear the home red and then the black on the road, but have that out tonight. Still home white pants, but a different combination against the Pickles team that wears the green with the Portland across the chest in white. White numbers as well, and traditional road grays with the same navy Portland hat. And the small Pickles emblem up top in front of the cap. Going to have the 1-1. And that is slammed foul. Roland had with a number of different jersey concoctions as well, seen over at Walker Stadium. Raptors have kept it a bit more traditional and straightforward. Salmon still at first for the Raptors, down 3. As this pitch hits off the turf, and the catcher, Stewart, good job able to keep that in front of him. Pickles and the Raptors in Game 2 of this series, a 4-0 win yesterday for Ridgefield. That pitch is bent low. Matthew Shapiro still the starter on the bump for the Pickles, a 3-2. This is outside to Inskove. He will take first base. First plate appearance for the Sooner ends in a walk as Andrew Grennert is the shortstop and going to be due up. Grennert has hit 112 games, and longtime Chicago Cub fan talked with him before the game and said it was one of his favorite teams. He is out there at Loyola Marymount. Of course, that is in California. And has his birthplace of Scottsdale, Arizona, so a lot of the map covered there for Grennert, and he'll be looking to move along the line. Grennert's had a total of 3 RBI on the year. but he has a potential to score salmon here with nobody out. You've got Inskov at first. Pickles back in the first inning. Scored 3 there and did so on 2 hits. A couple of Raptors errors and 1 left on base. As this one is going to be bent down by Grennert. Stewart was going to deal to first base and get the out. The Raptors advance Inskov to second and Salmon to third. Good bunt. Moves along the line for Grennert and friends as Justin Sukata is going to be the batter. Sukata's hit 200. He also last played at Bend a week ago. He went 0 for 4. And the pitch comes down. Strike 1. Well, what's funny about Justin in the lineup tonight, Justin Sukata was actually listed as Jake Sukata, I believe by accident of the Raptors coaching staff. And I guess it's easy to mix up the two with Justin having his brother play with the Raptors before, and on top of that is in the college baseball scene with the Pilots for a number of seasons and with the Rainbow Warriors this prior season. He hit .343 as Justin fouls it away. Jake Sukata, a competitive counterpart for Justin up there, and grew up in Hawaii, played baseball with him for years in his hometown, and then did get the special chance to play in college level baseball at the D1 spot. As Sukata skies it, shallow left field, the third baseman for the Pickles, Keegren, makes the catch in foul territory, and there's 2 away. It'll be Taylor Takata, the top of the order for Ridgefield. He struck out in the first inning.
Now stepping to the plate, your second baseman from Hawaii, Taylor Takata.
Jack Salmon's 90 feet away for Ridgefield, down 3. Patrick Inskov still at second base in scoring position. Shapiro stares in. Fires it upstairs, and there's a check down to second, and that could have gone wrong for Portland. As Stewart threw it, it actually went off the glove of Shapiro, but still safely in to the grasp of Mecho at short. That could have flown anywhere with just a couple more inches of the glove of Shapiro. Here's a 1-0. And that bounces to the plate. Perhaps a bit of a break there for Portland. It's an aggressive move by Stewart to go down to second with Salmon at third. (2-0). And Takata forks it into right center. That is going to get down for a hit. Salmon's already home. Here comes Inskov. And the Raptors get 2 back on the base hit by Taylor Takata.
Way to go, Raptors! Now at the plate.
Desan Harris, the center fielder, going to step in and try to extend this 2-out rally. Did have a base hit in the first. And Shapiro will be working alongside Anderson with a chance to forget about prior mistakes as he deals one to the outside for a strike. Anderson did allow the Pickles to score 3 in the first, but recovered with a scoreless second inning. Meanwhile, Shapiro didn't give up a Raptor run in the first, but 2 so far in the second. And there was a check swing by Harris. The base umpire, Riley Keller, says no. Raptors off the 4-0 win yesterday look to pick up a series win tonight, as that's a strike over the zone. Raptors did not have a WCL home series win, that is, until the win against Bend earlier in the week. Won 2 of 3 to actually split the season series with Bend 3 games apiece. And now we'll have a rundown as the toss over to first gets Takata in the squeeze. He is between first and second and eventually tagged out by Mecho, the shortstop, who was standing at the base at second. He tags Takata and the inning is over. Raptors scratch for 2 runs, all courtesy of that big base hit by Taylor Takata. They'll be back down 3-2 for the 3rd inning of action.
At Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice and making nice your reality.
Got a message from our friends at ANNCR with the Raptors down 3-2 here to the Portland Pickles in the 3rd. It is from ANNCR. You're free now. Free to experience the internet like you've always imagined. Free to stream, game, and share like never before. It's because Quantum Fiber Internet unleashes what you need to make the most of your online life. Speed, reliability, and seamless Wi-Fi coverage for your home or business, and it all comes at a value you'll love. Now get 500 meg internet for $50 a month from Quantum Fiber, and with Price for Life Internet, keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. That's 500 meg internet for just $50 a month and a rate you can rely on, all from Quantum Fiber. Welcome to Internet Freedom. It's your world unleashed. So the Raptors come into this inning down a run, but confident after a 2 spot in the second. And the Portland lineup going to send back up Tanner Griffith, the right fielder. He did reach in the first. And that was because of an error by Andrew Greinert at short. Griffith from Livermore, California, and St. Mary's with the Gales in the spring. As this pitch bends outside for ball 1. Griffith went 0 for 4 yesterday, struck out. Extends his card with Ridgefield to 0 for 5 in the series. Griffith just might be one who wants to get on to lead off the inning. Also, as a guy in the cleanup spot, has stolen 5 bases. Some decent speed for Portland and head coach Mark Magdaleno. Anderson trying not to lose him down by 3 in the count. And he does zap one over the zone at 87. Still no weather impacting this one, as we'll see the 3-1. It is called a strike. Elijah Bester gives Anderson the call. Count will be full, but did have some potential showers in the area. They've held off, and fortunately so, as they should be moving through after 8. And how about Anderson? He goes down to the count, 3 balls and no strikes, and then ends up with a strikeout of Tanner Griffith and a wild start to the 3rd inning. Alex Overbay grounded out in the first. We'll be up here again, and Overbay drew the start yesterday, or I should say last time, against Yakima Valley, where he went 0 for 4. This pitch is bent low from Anderson. Overbay representing a whole nother school with the Pickles, played at UNLV as a freshman in the spring. As that one is bent well into right field, and Kashke finds himself near the warning track and makes a chest-high catch for the 2nd out. With Overbay gone, it'll be Dominic Chacon. Chacon struck out in the first and is committed to GCU and the Antelopes over there in the desert in Phoenix. As Anderson lost that baseball, it'll be 1-0, but not a bad place for Chacon to come back to. Initially grew up in Scottsdale, Arizona. As this ball is put back up the middle, Grennert charges in, then finds himself with a baseball and flips it on to first base. 1-2-3. Go the Pickles in the third, and the Raptors down 3-2. We'll try to respond at least with the run as we go back to the bottom of the third.
You want to hear about A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A. And with our new luxury hotel featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community, and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day in our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
3-2 is the lead for the Portland Pickles, and Pickles bring that lead into the bottom of the third. Now Desan Harris is going to be the batter momentarily, but there is a new arm out there for the Pickles on the bump, and replacing Matthew Shapiro is going to be number 62, Chris Downs, the left-handy arm from Santa Clara, California. Pitched to Cal Poly in the spring and actually re-signed with the Pickles after getting time on the hill last year. And will be up there with a couple appearances. His last time out was at Yakima Valley. He went a scoreless inning, had one walk and no strikeouts on the card for Chris Downs, the new pitcher for Portland. We'll see Desan Harris digging in, and Harris on the day has gone 1-for-1 with a single back in the first. And he goes after 87, comes up empty, strike one. Downs got a lot of praise from Mark Magdalena before the year, said that Downsy pitched well for us last year as an incoming freshman, did a fantastic job, and after spending a full season at Cal Poly and playing under Larry Lee, he's going to be even better. His big arm, who's a strike thrower and loves to compete. And Downs standing at 6'7", does not disprove his head coach. One of the taller men in the WCL. He does rip that outside for a ball. Cal Poly, a team that sent a lot of players over the years to the West Coast League. As Harris saw that ball come inside and would have had a reaction swing. He hit it hard, but it went foul down the right field line. Cal Poly, a school that's been solid. Last was in NCAA regional play in the Tempe Regional, where they would go 0-2 in 2009. Then actually did host the San Luis Obispo Regional and went 2-2 in 2014. As Harris puts that in play into center, it is a slide and a catch for the center fielder, Sam Christensen. The Pickles defense flashing the leather for the out. That'll make Harris 1 for 2 with Luke Iverson having a base hit in the first to step up here. And last point on that Cal Poly team in 2014 finished 47-12, amongst the better years for Chris Downs and the program there. Pitch will be coming down to Luke Iverson, and he hits it hard down the third base line, a foul ball. Guess that's the positive note for the Raptors so far. First couple of batters been able to hit it hard off Chris Downs, in spite of him only allowing 1 run in a combined 3 2/3 throughout the year so far. Iverson will lay away from that. But Downs again a returning Pickle on the roster as a freshman at Cal Poly. Last pitch against Long Beach State at home on May 25th. Did not allow a run in 3 1/3. Had 37 pitches against the Dirtbags and finished with a 6.65 ERA on the season. 2-1. That is a swinging strike by Iverson. He'll have to find a way on, and Iverson has been productive for the Raptors this season. Catcher's played in every game. As the pitch comes down and is put into shallow right, drifts towards the first baseman Ferguson, who cannot make the play down there. It is just beyond his grasp for a foul ball. Iverson, a switch hitter in this situation, and you were tuned into the first inning. You saw Iverson in the other side of the batter's box, but now it's righty to counter the lefty. On the bump, Chris Downs. The score at 3-2 in favor of the Pickles. The pitch is back to the screen. Raptors now have out-hit the Pickles with 4 hits to 2, yet trail in the game by 1. Ridgefield trying not to get back up to the 5 error mark that was seen earlier on in this season series in the 12-0 loss, as that pitch is high. Raptors marked that a season high. Had 5 errors and 2 hits in one of the games against the Pickles early in the year. Big part of the reason they did not fare well at Walker Stadium. The Raptors have fared better with the 4-0 win yesterday and look for the series win tonight. Work still has young fans stroming around on this Saturday night. As Iverson stays away from that ball inside, and he'll walk his way down to first to lead off the third. And we're going to see Hunter Kashke up there, the right fielder who flew out to right in the first. Kashke being one of the power hitters for the Raps so far this year, has a home run and a double. Now Downs will work from the stretch for the first time in the game. And he bends that low for a strike. The Raptors had a big matchup with the Pickles in last year's postseason. As we'll see the 0-1. Kashke puts it in play to third base, back to second. The out is there. The double play chance at first is not going to be in time as Kashke beats out the throw, and the Raptors have 2 away in the third. It'll be Brody Mills, the Washington Husky, who grounded out back in the first inning. Jack Salmon will hope to be up as well later on in this inning. And we have a quick message as well between base umpire Riley Keller and Elijah Bester, who convene and decide that Hunter Kashke is out at first. So it turns into a double play to the card of Kashke to end the inning 5-4-3. Raptors do not score anything in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on as well for Ridgefield's offense. We're going to go to the fourth inning with the Pickles ahead 3-2.
Ridgefield Main Street partners with the Raptors and invites you to discover downtown for shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. We're working to keep our small town charm intact by supporting our merchants and the community. Join us for Main Street Day and our fall wine walk. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops and restaurants. We have 4 active committees and are always looking for volunteers. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. See you downtown, and go Raptors!
Attention Raptors fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
Raptors back on defense as we are into the top of the fourth inning here from the work. My name is Patrick McCall. Thank you, as always, for tuning into the broadcast. A quick message from the Raptors. The Ridgefield Raptors are back. Ridgefield Raptors 2024 season starts May 30th at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in Ridgefield, Washington. The Raptors are Southwest Washington's home team and a great place to visit each summer with family and friends. Come out for some affordable family entertainment. Enjoy the sights and sounds of baseball and Southwest Washington baseball at its best. Head to RidgefieldRaptors.com for schedule and ticket information. With the Pickles having that 3 spot in the first, have not scored since. Logan Anderson still trusted for the Raptors to return to this inning. He was the starter, although the Pickles did make the move in the last half inning to go to Chris Downs and get something else in there. But for all the noise, it'll be Jack Metro 7, 8, 9 due up for Portland, the visiting squad. Metro, the shortstop, had a walk in the second inning. He also stole a base to advance. And the Pickles coaching staff not sure what the issue was in between the inning. One of the assistant coaches for Portland arguing with Elijah Bester and Riley Keller. And interesting as well that occurred because the Pickles got the benefit of the doubt on the double play ball that ended the Raptors' offensive third, but Anderson fires, fouls it away. It must have been something said or a disagreement of any other kind, because for those that were tuned in, the top of the, bottom of the third, Hunter Kashke grounded into what was initially a fielder's choice and then was, after some convening by Elijah Bester and Riley Keller, called out at first on a double play. Umpires said that Jack Metro's throw was good enough from short to first to get the out, and that's how we landed here. But either way, Pickles upset with something, and setback continues here for Metro as they'll try to get on for Portland's offense. This pitch is not enough. It'll be 2-2 for Anderson as he tries to sit down Metro. We will go ahead also and give you some Scoreboard updates in the WCL as we are into this Saturday, June 29th. Natchez, the Apple Sox, playing the Bellingham Bells and tied at 0 in the top of the 6th. Supposed to have a doubleheader occurring there at Joe Martin Field, but not sure if that is a bug on the scoreboard or will actually occur. It might be a late start up there in Joe Martin, but the top of the 5th has rolled around with the Sweets up 2-1 over the Kamloops North Paws at Norbrock Stadium. The Kelowna Falcons lead the Pippins in the bottom of the 3rd from Elk Stadium 1-0. As this is a base hit up the middle for Mecho, and he starts off the Pickles 4th with a hit. It'll be Kevin Ferguson who struck out early in the game. Yet a postponement as well tonight. The Harbor Cats and the Night Owls will not play. That'll be likely because of the rain up there. And the Drifters and the Black Bears at the top of the 6th from David Story Field do not have a score, with the Port Angeles Lefties down 4-0 in Edmonton at Remax Field. That's in the bottom of the 6th. So that'll be the Lefties trying to dig out of the hole, and that is the WCL look around as we have a bunt fouled back. Raptors again going to have Logan Anderson working from the stretch. Pickles have been able to put up 3 hits in this game. Ridgefield off the 4-0 shutout win yesterday, have given up 3 so far. And that pitch bends just away from the zone. Count will be 1-1 with Kevin Ferguson. And this gets back to the backstop. Iverson had it off a bounce, but still had no chance to get it down to second. And the Pickles are 180 feet away from scoring a 4th run. You Pickles fans making some noise as well at the Rourke. We'll see the 2-1 given out from Logan Anderson. The Raptors do have some movement in the left field pen, but no obvious arm up and throwing just yet. Let's see if that changes. It might be one Raptors arm down there if my eye is good enough. Damian Pantoja does appear to be the one starting to get up from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, as Anderson bends it low. Pantoja last appeared in the Bend series a few nights back. He went an inning, did not allow a run. Did allow 2 Elks to get a hit, but had a strikeout and helped the Raptors pick up a win. Ball is slashed and fouled down the right field side. Kevin Ferguson still battling in this AB. 3-2. Up the middle, this will be Takata, drops to a knee. He then fires to first, does get the out. Mecho's advanced himself to third base and is 90 feet away from scoring a 4th run. Connor Stewart, the catcher, is 0 for 1 as we have the counter applause going out. Pickles and Raptors fans cheering on each other's teams on either side of the diamond. We'll see Anderson fire. Missed it outside. And Anderson, if he does get through this 4th inning, would be kind of about where he'd be expected to be pulled regardless of the offensive situation for Portland. Raptors typically have starters go in the window of 4 to 6 innings as long as things have not gotten rocky enough. Here's the 1-1. This bounces inside. Iverson, a good catch there behind home plate. Now, Anderson has kept his team in the ball game, and for a pitching coordinator, Corey Cure, I'm sure he's smiling out there somewhere to see Anderson battle after giving up that 3 spot in the first. And this will be hit sharp to Sukati. Does make the catch, but falls over in the alley and will not be able to make any play at the plate. The Pickles have gone back up by 2. Some kind of sac fly for Connor Stewart, who lined it out there to Sukata. Looked like he was going to have a play at the plate, but stumbled over after making the catch, and Patrick Keegren is going to be due up here. Here's the pitch from Anderson. And he can't place it low for a ball. Clean slate now for the Portland Pilot on the mound with nobody on for the Pickles. And 2 gone. This ball is roped into right center. That is going to get down for a hit as Harris is able to cut it off from getting to the warning track, and the Pickles continue this offensive tempo in the 4th. It'll be a slow trot out here for Chris Cota, head coach of the Raptors, who will talk things over with Anderson. This is the first time that Cota has come out, though it would not be a surprise to see him go to the bullpen in this scenario. Pantoja has been tossing for a significant amount of time at this point, and Pickles got the 3 spot in the first inning, have scored once here in the 4th. For those that are just tuning in, the Raptors got their 2 runs back in the 2nd inning and are now trying to hang on in this scenario. Have got as many hits as the Pickles, but a few walks and also the 3 errors for Ridgefield's defense not helping the cause. As the batter is going to be Sam Christensen. He reached 2 times, once on a fielder's choice, the other on an error. This ball is right off the shin of Anderson. Then it gets over to third where Patrick Inskove is there to make the throw and retire the side. Raptors get a nice break after Anderson takes one off the body. And Portland is able to scratch for 1 in the inning on 2 hits. There are no errors and 1 left on. We are going to head to the bottom half of the 4th with Ridgefield down a couple runs.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in value since 1952.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh-cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Well, the Raptors are down 4-2. Welcome to the bottom of the 4th from the Rourke. Chris Downs, the Portland reliever, still out there for his defense as Brody Mills steps in. And the Raptors first baseman sees a little chin music up and in. So for Brody Mills, he grounded out in the first and steps in with another chance here. And that one going to be bent inside. We were talking about earlier on the first half and second half breakdown in the WCL, with the first 27 games rounding out to a close pretty soon for a lot of teams. As this ball is roped into left center field. Mills deposits that one down for an opening hit in the fourth. It'll be Jack Salmon, who had a base hit in the second inning, to step up here 1 for 1. But a quick look around on that. The Pickles will try to catch the Corvallis Knights in the South, who are 19-5. Have 24 of the 27 played. The problem for the Pickles, who are 15-8. And obviously playing here against the Raptors, have 23. They only have 4 left in this first half. We need to win out and see the Knights lose out to catch Corvallis for the first half Southern Division title. Other than that, it's going to go to Corvallis. And if you look over to the north, it is still a race with the Riverhawks, the Bells, and the Apple Sox all within realistic contention. Victoria Harbor Cats 13-11, 3.5 out, with about 3 or 4 to play depending on the team, but the Apple Sox 17-8. Bellingham Bells 16-9, 1 game behind. The Riverhawks are 1.5 at 15-9. They will all be looking to break into first place in the North Division, and these games mattering as much as they do in the second half, because again, if you win the first half division title, you'll end up with the postseason spot regardless of what you do in the second half. Here's the 2-1. And Salmon sees a strike. There'll be some important games played there up in the north. But the South will be fully decided between the Knights and the Pickles. As Salmon places this one back up the middle, and it gets through as Metro is unable to do anything with it. It looked like he may have had a play on the ball and misread the distance. It got over him and into center. And a base hit on 2 straight plate appearances gives the Raptors 2 on with nobody out. Hitter's going to be Patrick Inscove.
Oklahoma, Patrick Inscove.
Inscove stepping in a great situation to produce some offense. Raptors down a couple. And he shows a bunt and pulls back. 1-0. Inscove in the second inning walked and scored a run. Doing that after Jack Salmon was able to come in. Both of those scoring on the base hit by Taylor Takata. The pitch, and this ball is smothered into the sky. Shallow center field. 4 Pickles converge, and the one to make the catch, Uvea, I should say, the second baseman who drawed out there towards center and made the catch. There's one away in the inning.
Now stepping up to the plate is your shortstop from Loyola Maryland.
It'll be the shortstop, Andrew Grennert. Grennert in the game has moved along the runners in the second inning with a sac hit. Chris Downs to the plate. And the lefty at 6'7" rifles that one in for a strike. Pickles do have an arm up and going. It appears in the right field bullpen somewhere down there, at least a bullpen catcher receiving the baseball. The 0-1 will be coming down. And Grennert ropes it high in the air, right center. It is going to be caught just in front of the track by Griffith. And Mills will not able to advance. There's now 2 gone. Pickles could have had this turn ugly in the inning. They now have a great chance to get out of it with 2 straight Raptors retired. Justin Sukata, left fielder, going to try and work the Raptor magic. He is 0 for 1. An inning that's turned on its head for Ridgefield. First 2 get on, next 2 get out. Raptors down a couple. And Sukata goes surfing for that. Came up empty, 0-1. Rain has stayed away here, and we're near that magical hour of 8 where it's supposed to be out of the area. As that is upstairs, but thankfully we've not had weather issues at the Rourke. I can't remember one rain delay yet this season, and in addition, Raptors have only had 1 game postponed to rain. That was the finale of the initial series at Walker Stadium to kick off the season back in early June. Count will be 1-2 here to Sukata, and better yet, the Raptors will be headed out of this kind of tough part of the year with the springtime. Leading way to summer, should see generally less rain in the area, hopefully. And Sukata sticks away from that. He's now driven the count. Deuces wild. 2 on, 2 out. A 2-2 count to the veteran Portland Pilot at the plate. Raptors looking to come back down 4-2. That ball is hit sharply off the bat of Sukata and foul. It'll be a tough way for the Raptors to go in this inning. You had the good hit off the bat there by Grennert, but let it into Griffith's glove in right. And I'm sure Grennert would take that velocity off the bat every time. As this pitch digs into the turf. All about being able to hit it just where the defense isn't. Can hit it hard, but got to find some outfield grass, and the Raptors know that with 2 on and 2 out. And Sukata lays down the wood in the zone. This ball is dropped into left field, a hit. Mills will score. Here comes Salmon. He scores as well. Justin Sukata with a lazy fly ball to left scores both the Raptors on the bases, and we are tied. Jack Salmon scores his 2nd run of the ball game, and now it leads back to the top of the order. Taylor Takata is the hitter and second baseman for Ridgefield. He got on his last time up in the 2nd with a base hit. Another one of those, and the Raptors could have the lead. Downs working from the stretch. That is left inside for ball 1. And with the Pickles having that warm-up action, wouldn't be a complete shock to see them go to the pen soon as the lights go on here at the Rourke and provide a sudden change of tone. This will be a 2-0 count. Ridgefield seeing with the cloud coverage tonight, no sun poking out, providing a bit more light at the Rourke. Here's a 2-0. Counts run to 3-0. Takata has had a keen eye in this at-bat so far. Son Harris eagerly awaiting on deck, who's also got a hit. First 3 Raptors in the lineup in today's game, in spite of only being in the bottom of the 4th, have all 3 first 3 in the order have gotten a hit. Taylor Takata has singled, as have Desan Harris and Luke Iverson. set up the offense nicely. So we'll have the big 3-1 delivery to the plate here. And this is up and in. Taylor Takata has walked and reached for the second time in today's game. Deshaun Harris is 1 for 2 and is due up. But we might have a pitching change. The Pickle is going to send out. Looks to be the pitching coach, and not Mark Magdaleno, but pitching coach Brian Grant. And he is going to talk things over with the reliever on the mound is Chris Downs. For those that are just tuning in, the Raptors have tied this ball game in the inning. Got 2 here so far after allowing 1 in the top of the 4th. The Pickles took a 3-0 lead initially back in the first. Raptors able to get 2 back in the second inning, and then putting up the 2 here have tied it. But the starter was Matthew Shapiro for the Portland Pickles. He allowed 2 runs in 2 innings. Has been replaced by Chris Downs since, and Ridgefield on the other side has had Logan Anderson, the only one to appear, who did allow 4, has allowed 4, but has not been removed just yet, though that might be the case when we come back for the 5th. But for all that, it'll be Deshaun Harris who is due up here 1 for 2. This pitch is low, a blast down to second off the arm of Connor Stewart. It's just not in time for Sukata. That's the second time Stewart's tried to get a Raptor gone at second in the middle of an at-bat. Aggressive play for the catcher, Connor Stewart. We'll have the 1-0. And this is into center, but it will get to the glove of Christensen, the sprinting center fielder, and the side is retired. The Raptors have a good 4th, putting up 2 runs on 3 hits. There are no errors in the inning and 2 left on. We are going to head to the top of the 5th at a tie ball game at 4 between Portland and Ridgefield.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others really go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Raptors Pickles tied at 4 in the top of the 5th. A quick message from the Ridgefield Raptors. The Ridgefield Raptors are back. The best summer affordable family entertainment in Southwest Washington. Come see college woodbat baseball in Ridgefield this summer. Bring your family or group to a game and enjoy a spectacular setting in Southwest Washington. Go to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information. There is a new arm on the mound for the Raptors. That is Damian Pantoja on your screen. Pantoja from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, a Texas native as well. And he comes in with a 3.27 ERA in 4 prior appearances, replacing Logan Anderson. He last got an appearance against the Bend Elks, pitching an inning and allowing no runs on 2 hits and 1 K. For Pantoja has had 9 total strikeouts on the season, 8 walks, and will look to get out of this inning with no damage done against the Pickles. Pickles scratch for a run in the top of the 4th, and Anderson will end his night going 4, allowing 7 hits and 4 runs. Batter due up is Alex Gouveia. He sees one bend low for a ball. He is 1 for 2. Pitch from Pantoja, and the righty deals it away. Anderson also finished with 1 walk and 4 Ks, so one more time, Anderson, the final line, 4 innings on an allowed 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts for the starter in Portland Pilot. Pantoja comes set on a 3-0. This is outside, ball 4. Pantoja gives up a walk to start his outing. Tanner Griffith had a nice play in right to catch the ball off the bat of Grennert in the last half inning. He steps in. He reached on an error in the first and struck out in the third. Pantoja will try not to lose his control here, as the chants of both the Pickles and the Raptors continue to echo throughout the Rourke. Got opposing fans going on either side, giving out some cheer here in the northern side of Washington, or southern side, I should say. The 0-1 is down to second, and the out is there. Luke Iverson fires it down to get Gouveia, who is out, and there's one away. Tanner Griffith had to watch his teammate go down, and now Pantoja will have the count at 1-1 and only him to worry about. And he drives it towards the right center, right corner, I should say, of the field, and fouled it off. And that was near trouble for the Raptors. It just got fouled, probably beyond the view of our home plate camera, but it's a few feet from the fence in right. Griffith will look to continue this inning for Portland, team that's put up 7 hits after 2 yesterday. And Pantoja tried to bend it to the outside corner and missed. Pantoja, though he did give up that walk, has been mostly preventative out there. In his first ever start, he actually pitched against the Portland Pickles in a start and was tagged with a loss on June 1st. So he did only allow 1 run, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. And the big appearance where Pantoja really lost his usual self was against Bend on June 21st, as that is in the left field and a base hit for Griffith, which makes the out for Gouveia a little more frustrating. Second baseman caught stealing, and Alex Overbay will be the hitter now. But for Pantoja, allowed 5 walks just over a week ago at Bend in 3 innings. But his all of his other appearances in his other 3 appearances only gave up the 3. As this pitch is in there for a called strike. Pantoja facing the cheers of the Rourke crowd, which is getting lively on this Saturday night. Fans off work and coming out to enjoy some West Coast League action. This ball is served to the left side and to the glove of Inskov in foul territory. And we knew this game was going to be close. Yesterday's game, not a blowout by any means. Raptors getting it done 4-0, but you knew with the reloaded talent in Ridgefield, in spite of the tough couple games up there in Walker Stadium to begin the year, that these two would be back and playing competitively. Pantoja left that one a little upstairs. You're starting to see that here too with the Pickle fans coming down from Walker Stadium. Pantoja with the 1-2 at his belt. This ball is hit sharp, but just leaks foul. That'll be 1-2 with Overbay trying to survive here for the Portland Pickles. Overbay, the two-way man from UNLV. Native of Washington as well, and he does check up on his swing, but Elijah Bester says he went a little too far, and there's 2 away. Strikeout number 1 for Damian Pantoja. And it's going to be Dominic Chacon, left fielder. He's 0 for 2. Although yesterday had the only 2 Pickles hits in the ball game. Runner at first is still Tanner Griffith, as that one's called a ball low of the zone. Raptors and Pickles tied at 4. Top of the 5th from the Rourke. And that ball lumbered into the sky. Second baseman Takata waves off everyone else and makes the catch in shallow right field to retire the threat. The Raptors do not allow the Portland Pickles to score in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll be back for the home half of the 5th with Portland and Ridgefield tied at 4.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
At Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice and making nice your reality.
4-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pickles will have a new arm, but a quick message coming down from our friends at Taco Bell. Taco lovers unite. It's time to spice up your day with bold flavors from Taco Bell. Indulge in our iconic crunchy tacos, little burritos, and mouth-watering nachos. They're all crafted to satisfy your cravings. Whether you're on the go or kicking back with friends, Taco Bell is your go-to spot for flavor-packed fun. Don't wait. Swing by Taco Bell today and taste the excitement in every bite. Pickles have a new name and number on the mound. Chris Downs will be gone as he went a couple of innings for the Pickles. In the new pitcher, 47, Nolan Ficklin. Ficklin from College of Southern Nevada, a Utah native who will be going into his junior season next year. So far in the year with the Pickles, though, has made 3 appearances and a 5.40 ERA and 3 1/3. Has only given up 2 runs as Iverson forks it to left field. That ball's got a chance, and it is off the wall. Iverson on his horse. He rolls into second base. A lead-off double. Who else but Luke Iverson to get it done for the Raptors? Right in the scoring position. Now the batter is going to be Hunter Kashke after that big double. And for Iverson, that is double number 7 of the season. Hunter Kashke going to be trying to get one himself. He has had a walk in the game so far. Chris Downs would be the reliever for the Pickles before Ficklin did allow 2 runs, as did the starter Matthew Shapiro in a couple innings. Ficklin from the stretch. Gets it to the low half of the zone for a strike at 89. And so Ficklin, his last time out was at the Pippins. He went and got 2 outs, did not allow a run or a hit while doing so. Coming in from Pineview High School. And Kashke will bend that foul. Lefty pitcher at 5'11", was not rated by the scouting services of Perfect Game or Prep Baseball report back at his time in Pineview. Ficklin's got the 2-2. And Kashke cannot come up with that off-speed pitch. A nice delivery for Ficklin gets him the first out. It'll be Brody Mills. He is 1 for 2. Rounded out in the first, got a single in the fourth. Ended up scoring a run. As Ficklin stares in and gets his sign with the runner Iverson at second. And he bends it to the outside for a strike. Rourke getting lively on a Saturday night, game 2 of this series. Raptors with the victory yesterday, 1-0. Mills will spit on that ball outside, and Ridgefield will look to make it 2 series wins in a row. If they can get the win tonight. Last beat the Elks in 2 of 3 at the Rourke earlier in the week. As the ball drifts away from the zone. Count is 2-1. A lot of young fans back in attendance tonight. Got a whole new game. Even a soccer ball seeming to be featured down the third baseline, hitting back and forth. So that ball is going to be hit over towards the fans and left, drifts towards the lawn and gets out of play. A whole fest of activities as well. We had the C-Tran truck made a short appearance in left field tonight. Near the Tots truck, which is closed down sadly for this Saturday night matchup. But has been one of the fixtures and fan favorites so far at the Rourke this year. 2-2 pitch. This is outside for ball 3, and now Mills will face the money pitch. Count full, 1 away. Raptors have the go-ahead run 180 feet away at second. And Mills will walk to first. So there's 2 on for the Raptors in the 5th inning. Jack Salmon, not the person Ficklin would want to see. He is 2 for 2 with a couple runs scored. And we'll see if he can find his way around.
Your designated hitter, Jack Salmon.
Ficklin stares in. Pickles have nobody up in the bullpen either. Just brought in Ficklin for the inning, and they'll let it run on the lefty's arm as he gets ahead in the count. Ridgefield does have some stretching down in the bullpen, but no arm. And Ficklin steps off. Ficklin, definitely a guy in relief. Has pitched in 3 prior appearances, as I mentioned, 3 1/3, but has not gone much longer than an inning. And this wouldn't be a surprise to see him only pitch this 5th. The Pickles expected to use some arms after Shapiro only went a couple in the game. 0-2 pitch comes down. Hit sharp and foul down the third base side. Pickles fans still active here at the Rourke, trying to chant on their team as the Raptors echo the cowbell throughout the stands. Salmon survives, hitting that just back to the dish, and we'll do it again. Raptors will likely have Damian Pantoja back out for the middle inning in the 6th. Ridgefield looking to bring this run across. As an 0-2 bends away from the zone, it'll now be 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Jack Salmon. Raptors, quick recap of the game. Allowed 3 to the Pickles in the first. Countered with 2 in the second, 2 in the 4th inning. While the Pickles did get 1 in this top of the 4th, and Salmon should be called for strike number 3. That'll be the second out in the inning. It is now Patrick Inscove. He's the last Raptor chance. He's got to get on to continue the inning. He walked in the second, popped out in the 4th. Bickling with the sign for home. Tried to stretch the zone, and he does get the call on the outside corner. Elijah Bester extending the zone here. A little bit of a different zone that we saw for Jim Courtney last night. The home plate umpire was not returning for this game, and that ball gets to the backstop. Inscove watches both runners advance. Iverson is at third with Brody Mills in a second base for the Raptors offense. Inscove trying to get a big hit for the Raptors would go a long way. Potentially could put Ridgefield up by a couple runs. We'll have to dig back in the count. A strike at the knees. Iverson with a healthy lead from third. Nobody covering him. Mills unbothered at second. And we're going to get strike 3 dealt over the inside corner. Patrick Inscove says something walking away, and the side is retired. The Raptors strand 2 runners after a hit and no runs in the inning. Ridgefield going to have to look for more offense when they eventually get to bat in the 6th, tied at 4.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess. Give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
You want to hear about A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A. And with our new luxury hotel featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Let's play the 6th inning here at the Rourke. The Raptors tied at 4 with Portland We've got a great one brewing here in the Southern Division of the West Coast League up here in the Pacific Northwest. And the batter for the Pickles is going to be Jack Mecho, shortstop, who comes up after making 2 prior plate appearances. He walked in the second and also had a single in the fourth. Here's the pitch to Jack Mecho. And that one loops low for a ball. And for a minute, had a Jack Macho on the roster for the Pickles as well. Might have been an error that both players meant to be one and the same in Jack Mecho. But either way, Mecho from Pacific and Fairfield, California, as he sees one inside. And you can imagine the kind of confusion that could potentially cause with 2 Jacks, nearly identical names. Now, Mecho, the only one in the order of the Mecho and Macho for the Pickles. The 2-0 is coming down. And that's fouled away. Back in the day, Mecho attended Angelo Rodriguez High School. He actually had 43 RBI and 78 runs scored over his varsity career. Nothing wrong with a .365 batting average to go alongside his performance there as well. And we'll see one stretch the zone. Count is 2-2. For Metro had a team high 22 walks as a freshman with Pacific back in 2023. And will not walk there as Pantoja earns the inside corner. Strikeout number 6 for the Raptors. It'll be Kevin Ferguson. He is wearing 26, batting 8th tonight for the Pickles. So far on the day, has struck out and grounded out. Pantoja with this sign at the belt, fires home. He's going back to the curve, but a little bit too much on that. It'll be ball 1. Ferguson initially was with the Pickles before making his debut up there in Hawaii. At least at practice, didn't play in the spring. One of the more impressive feats, a lot of the West Coast League will be players that have already had some collegiate experience, but you get the rare talent like Ferguson, who was able to appear before then and came out as a high school senior and now is drilled by a pitch inside at 88. And not a healthy look for Ferguson, who appears at least shaken up. Got that, I think, right off the rib cage. Now, fortunately, they didn't come out the hardest from Pantoja. Ferguson is going to get some attention from Mason Tresize, who's the athletic trainer, at least for a moment, from the Raptors, and he'll head back to the dugout. Fortunately, Ferguson appears okay and will take first after getting the wind knocked out of him. So Connor Stewart, the catcher, is up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1, struck out, and had a sac fly and RBI in the 4th inning. Mills will take coverage of Ferguson at first. But the Raptors and the Pickles still tied at 4 up here into the 6th inning. Got a great one brewing here from the Rourke. Pantoja got his sign, goes home. And now Beans another hitter. And leaves that one inside for Connor Stewart. Back-to-back hit from the arm of Damian Pantoja, and have a quick talk with Elijah Bester, the home plate umpire. And really doubt there would be any intention for Pantoja to hit these hitters, especially in a tie ball game in the middle of the 6th inning, as Chris Cota is going to make his way out and at least just give a word of reassurance to Pantoja. Pantoja, coming into this, did not have issues hitting batters. but appeared to be in this short stint already in the 6th inning. After discussion, we'll try to get back on the zone. The Raptors do have shuffles going on in the left field pen. No arm actively up and going just yet. Likely to be soon. We do have Patrick Keegren, top of the order, due up for the Pickles. He has 2 hits and was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. And now Pantoja has hit 3 in a row. Pantoja is clearly in his mind at this point, as it's tough to say we've seen anything like this for a Raptors pitcher yet on the season. Has hit 3 Pickles in a row. Keegren has also hit for the 2nd time in today's game after Anderson touched him up earlier. Well, this will get real interesting here. Sam Christensen digs in, and he sees a ball away. Iverson's going to have to get it at the backstop. Will throw home and away from Pantoja. Mills was there to wisely cover, but that allows a Pickle to score, and the visitors have taken a 5-4 lead in the 6th. Kevin Ferguson, the one to come around. He scored for the first time tonight. Things will get interesting here for Pantoja, who still has 2 on and goes to Christensen with the 1-0. And he provides that low of the zone for a ball. And the Raptors do have an arm up and going now in the left side bullpen. 2-0 pitch. Outside, and might have been a wonder to some as to why Pantoja wasn't out earlier, but all 3 of those hit by pitches coming early in the count happened real fast, and Raptors have only just suddenly had the opportunity to get some warm-up action. Appears to be Jacob Swenson up there in the left side bullpen, who has not made a Raptors appearance. Nicknamed Jake Swenson from Linfield. Stands at 6'4", 170, and I believe we're going to see Swenson for the first time as a Raptor. Portland has taken the lead in the inning, 5-4, and are up 1 against the Raptors, looking to put it on their rivals. We're going to be back with the new information on Swenson, other side of the break.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community, and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day and our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
Attention Raptors fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
Raptors have gone to the bullpen, down 5-4 in the 6th inning. Quick message from our friends over at B-Dubs. Prepare for a flavor explosion at the Buffalo Wild Wings, where taste takes the spotlight. Indulge in our signature wings, available in a variety of sauces and seasonings, alongside mouth-watering burgers and irresistible appetizers. Whether you're catching the game with friends or gearing up for a night out, Buffalo Wild Wings promises delicious food and great times. Don't miss out. Swing by today and treat your taste buds to an unforgettable experience only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Swenson from Linfield, also a Washington native and pitcher at Commerce High School. The right-handed arm comes in from Linfield, where he pitched in 13 appearances, nearly 68 innings, a starter and freshman at a 4.26 ERA. And the Linfield product also last pitch on May 1st against Pacific. He went an inning and 2/3. Did not allow a run or hit. 3 walks and 2 Ks for Jacob Swenson, who is out there with the Raptors for the first time this season. He'll be thrown into quite a spot. The Pickles have loaded the bases full.
Let's go Raptors!
And the bases loaded. The batter now Sam Christensen, but it's going to be Alex Gouveia. Gouveia has a walk, a base hit, and grounded out. First pitch comes down from Swenson. That digs low for a ball. Runners on the bases are Christensen at first. Keegren sits at second, the leadoff hitter for the Pickles, with Connor Stewart, the catcher, all the way at third for Portland. And the work going silent, allowing Swenson to work, has not helped just yet. It's 2-0 in the count. Swenson, a versatile arm who can also start, had a season-high 9 innings against Pacific Lutheran a couple months back. He tried to get the outside. He does get the lower half of the zone, strike 1. A little bit of extension there for Swenson. Swenson lurking to try and get the double play ball in effect. Raptors at double play depth in the middle of the infield. He gets the outside corner for strike 2. Double play ball in effect in the middle of the infield, though Inscope and Mills are tied in from third and first, respectively, a little bit more than usual. With home plate, a force out. Now the ball's driven into the sky. Harris is looking for the baseball. He grabs it and now will fire home, and the Pickles do not send the runner. Connor Stewart sticks to third, and the Raptors need 1 out to get out of the jam. It'll be Tanner Griffith, who is 1 for 3. Raptors need an out in the worst way with 2 out. Jacob Swenson will try to find his way into the zone. He stares in, fires. That is low in the zone for a strike. Swenson dotting the high 80s with a lot of his pitches. The tall, lanky righty in the appearance here for Damian Pantoja, the reliever who was taken out. And now he grinds that inside towards the hitter, Griffith, for ball 1. Raptor fans getting active around the work, trying to support Swenson. That ball is high into the sky, left field. Inscove makes the catch, and the side is retired. Griffith pops out, and that is the Pickles 6. Ultimately, Portland able to put up 1 on no hits. There are no errors in the inning, and 2 left on base. We are going to head to the home half of the 6th. The Raptors will try and tie this one up at the least.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays, and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Bottom of the sixth with the Raptors down 5-4. It is Andrew Grennert who sees a strike of the zone to begin the inning. Shortstop who steps in, he's 0 for 1. Ficklin still on the mound, the lefty reliever for Portland who drags that low. We'll take a quick look around the WCL scoreboard one more time with the Bells up 1-0 now over the Apple Sox in the top of the ninth. Now Grennert drives it to the right side of the infield. Gouveia is going to dig it over to first base for the out. There's one away. And it'll be Justin Sukata who is 1 for 2. The top of the ninth is being played with the Sweets and the Northpaws tied at 2. In the bottom of the fifth, the Falcons lead 10-2 over the Pippins now in the bottom of the fifth. And the Drifters have taken a 4-0 advantage over the Black Bears. And at the top of the ninth with the final score of the night here at the bottom of the eighth, the Riverhawks lead the Lefties 7-0. Now Sukata has a playable baseball down the left field line. The catch cannot be made by the third baseman, Keegren. He just dropped it running into the chain link fence and left. That fence comes up on you quick here at the Rourke, and it's a little difficult to see for our cameras, but you got chain link which surrounds the warning track going down the left field line. And right as well, provides a few feet of space and insurance from the foul pole. But it's a rough collision. You're going to run into that fence down there on right or left. Sukata will try to get on here for the Raptors, who gave up the run in the sixth to go down 5-4. Here in the bottom of the inning, looking for a response. This ball is outside. Sukata showed a bunt for a moment. We'll try to get on. Sukata will leave way to the top of the order. Taylor Takata due up next. And now Takata will be up with a runner on as Sukata walks over to first. Taylor Takata has walked, had a base hit in the second, a couple RBI, and a strikeout in the first inning. Taylor Takata from Hawaii digs in here. Sees one go low for a ball. Takata already been with the Raptors in this is 13th game. Mid-season ad coming over from the Island State. The ball is pushed low side of the zone for a called strike. Only committed to Hawaii on June the 7th, not too long ago. We'll be going with Jack Salmon. 1-1. Runs in towards the hitter, and for Takata is one of the rare JUCO transfers who only played a season with Orange Coast. That was his prior stop this spring. Hit .217, but already had sights with the Rainbow Warriors. And a lot of times, and players in this league as well, will either be at an NAIA stop, maybe JUCO baseball, and make the jump after playing a couple of seasons. But Takata feels he's ready there to be at the D1 stage. And as such has provided a walk. He heads to first base. The Raptors have 2 on with just 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Second time Takata has walked as well in as many at-bats in It'll be Deshaun Harris who's got a single, a fly out, and a line out as well. Pickles will have a short delay with catcher Connor Stewart wanting to be sure. Ficklin still out there on the mound. With the first two, Matthew Shapiro and Chris Downs splitting 4 innings. They went 2 apiece.
Put your hands together for Deshaun Harris.
Pitch to Harris. That is fouled off the screen. Raptors in this inning led off with a ground out by Andrew Grennert. Then had Justin Sukata and Taylor Takata both walk to get on. Harris unable to connect. That was a nasty looking off-speed pitch up here, 0-2. It'll be Ficklin to the plate. And Harris down. 3 straight swings, and he is the second Raptor gone in the 6th. It'll be Luke Iverson who should be due up here for the Raptors. Iverson has a base knock. He walked and then got a double in the 5th. And if Ficklin does get this 6th inning, whoever in the bullpen for the Pickles would come in after having full split time here with Shapiro having gone 2. Chris Downs, the reliever, went 2. Now Ficklin tries to do the same. And he starts out the AB against Iverson with a strike. Ficklin with the 0-1. That is low of the zone for a ball. Raptors back out tomorrow. They will be facing this same Pickles team in a Sunday matinee starting at 1:05. As Iverson spits on that baseball outside, 2-1. Pre-game show will be at 12:55 here on the YouTube channel, the audio stream as well, but you can find both of those sources on ridgefieldraptors.com/stream. We should have a great one at the Rourke. Iverson has found himself ahead in the count, 3 balls in 1 strike, with the young fans now getting into some Raptors chants behind home plate. Big 3-1. Fouled away. Hunter Kashke would be due up after Iverson. Raptors only have 3rd to work with as an open base. Justin Sukata still at 2nd with Taylor Takata at 1st. 3-2. This is just upstairs, ball number 4, and Luke Iverson has himself a walk. Hunter Kashke is the right fielder in the cleanup spot. He'll get a chance. He struck out his last time up and is 0 for 3. Kashke with a potential multi-RBI hit in his pocket here, as Mark Magdaleno, the Clark College and Portland Pickle manager, is going to have a slow trot out towards Ficklin here. Pickles look to be going to the bullpen here, and that will be the day for Ficklin. We're going to be back with the name, the number, and the info on the new Portland pitcher when we return.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Pickles have the 5-4 lead, but are in a bases-loaded jam against the Raptors in the bottom of the 6th, and a pitching change has been made. But a quick message from our friends over at Taco Bell. The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Nacho fries are back at T-Bell. Get ready to dive into crispy golden fries, smothered in warm nacho cheese sauce and loaded with savory toppings. Experience the ultimate snack sensation that's been dearly missed. Hurry in and grab your nacho fries fix today. Don't miss out. Nacho fries are back for a limited time only at Taco Bell. So the call to the bullpen is Noah Lucchesi, the Elk Grove, California native, stepping in from Sacramento State. So far on the season, he has a 3.17 ERA in 6 appearances, nearly 6 innings of work, and his last time out was at Yakima Valley. He earned 2 outs, no runs, 1 hit, no walk, and 1 strikeout for the Sacramento State Hornet. Raptors again with the walk for Luke Iverson against Nolan Ficklin earlier on, have loaded them full. And Lucchesi, the lefty, going to try to get out of the jam against Hunter Kashke. Ficklin would go an inning and 2/3. And now tries to get out of the jam with Takata at third. Pardon me, Takata at second, Sukata at third, and Iverson at first. Here we go to Hunter Kashke. And he drives it into center. This is sending back Christensen, and he does have room to make the catch and retire the side. So the call to the pin works out for Portland. They get the out of Hunter Kashke. Ridgefield loads them full and leads them all on base with no runs. 5-4 lead for Portland when we go to the 7th.
At Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice and making nice your reality.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess. Give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
You want to hear about A&A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A&A. And with our new luxury hotel, featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A&A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
We are now into the 7th inning. Raptors will play defense in the top half here. Down 5-4. Portland hanging on to that 1-run lead. Just got out of a big jam, and it'll still be Jake Swenson out there towing the rubber for the Raptors. He came in relief of Damian Pantoja. Swenson again from Linfield going to face Alex Overbay, the DH, who's 0 for 3 for Portland's order. See what Overbay can do to start things off, top of the 7th. Pitch draws outside, and that is how we begin last few innings here in Ridgefield. Raptors have been out hitting Portland 8 hits to 5, but do find themselves down a run. As Swenson serves that to the outside for a strike. Logan Anderson, the Raptors starter, would go 4, allowed 4 runs and 7 hits. 1 walk and 4 Ks as well. As that pitch dives foul side of right field. Portland Pickles had Matthew Shapiro go a couple and he allowed 2 runs. Was the same case for Chris Downs, first reliever in the game who went 2, allowed 2 runs as well, but Nolan Ficklin would get out of his jam, courtesy Lucchesi getting the out of Hunter Kashke to end the 6th inning, going 1 2/3. Count is 1-2. Pitch here to Overbay. They're going to have a check swing argument, and base umpire Riley Keller says no. Overbay survives to have another pitch. These Southern Division foes providing a great game on this Saturday night. Raptors looking for the series win, going to have to come back down a run. As Swenson went for the upstairs part of the plate, just missed. Ridgefield only allowed 2 hits and no runs to Portland last night. Have seen much more adversity in this game. 3-2. Ball into the sky, right field with a lot of carry. Kashke jogs and finds the baseball at the track for out number 1. So Overbay is going to move to 0-4 on the night with Dominic Chacon, the left fielder, stepping aside with number 9 for Portland making an appearance now. And that number reads back Tony Otis. He did make an appearance yesterday, going 0-3. Otis serves it foul to begin his day, and the junior stepping in from Pacific, native of the Sin City over there in Las Vegas. Presumably will step into duties in left with Otis being an outfielder. Dominic Chacon was playing in left. Pinch hit opportunity for Otis, who's hit 172 in 20 games. Sees a ball go to the backstop. Raptors have some young fans patrolling the concourse here on this Saturday night. As this ball is driven by Otis high and deep, left field. That ball is up and out of here. Home run number 2 for Tony Otis on the year, and the Pickles pinch hit decision pays off, 6-4. Jack Mecho, the shortstop, has a walk, a base hit, and a strikeout. He's 1 for 2 and will look to continue the Portland rally after the big fly. And one of the only home runs to hit to left field through the power of the wind that often blows against. Pole side power for right-handed hitters in left. A baseball that was not hit cheap. And Portland up 6-4. The 0-1. And that runs away from the zone at 79. Raptors in this game went down initially 3-0 in the first. They would then score 2 in the second. Allow 1 more for Portland in the fourth. Respond with 2 in the bottom half of the inning. And since have not scored as Portland just got the big fly there for Tony Otis and also scratched for 1 in the 6th inning. Here's a 2-1. And Iverson couldn't frame it. The count is 1-3-1. Raptors do still have 9 outs to work with, but will need some big innings as well from the relief. That is outside, ball 4. Jack Mecho at first base, his second walk. And 4 plate appearances. Kevin Ferguson, the first baseman, due up for the Pickles. He struck out 2 times, was also hit by a pitch in the 6th inning, ended up scoring a run. Pickles' offense was actually hit 3 times in a row in the 6th inning by Damian Pantoja. First pitch. This dash is outside. Raptors will look for the double play to quickly retire the side. You got Grenard at short, Takata at second. At double play depth with Inskov at third, ready to fire. Check swing by Ferguson, he goes around. All of a sudden the Pickles chance overcoming the Raptors here at the Rourke with the Ridgefield fans silent for the moment. Portland scoring a run in this inning and up 2. The 1-1 leaks low. It'll be an advantage here for Kevin Ferguson. Two-one pitch coming down. Here's a ball outside. It is now 3-1. Raptors fans are looking for anything to go for. Swenson will have to get back in the zone. The dangerous 3-1 count to go against. This is into left field and a base hit. Kevin Ferguson has found his way on. Second time in a row, and he is his first hit of the night as the Pickles have 2 on the bases with 1 away. Well, the Raptors will have Chris Cota trot his way out to the hill as Swenson does not have a desperate toss going in the left side pin, but may be going soon. And here comes the call to the bullpen. Raptors will have a new arm. We'll get you the name, the number, and the info when we come back. But Portland's looking to extend a 2-run lead.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day in our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
Attention Raptors fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
6-4 is the advantage for Portland. We are in the top of the 7th, but Pickles have a couple on, and as they've gotten to Swenson, they'll bring in his teammate at Linfield, Camden Oram, coming in a junior, will be going into his senior year next season, but has not made an appearance with Ridgefield this year. Another fresh start here for Ridgefield. He's going to come in as a right-handed player at 6'3", 195, carries a lot of frame. But in the spring, he had a 4.66 ERA in 12 appearances, nearly 76 innings for Oram, and his last time out was against Pacific and the Tigers. He went nearly 5 and allowed 4 runs on 3 of those were earned, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts for Camden Oram, who is the new Raptor on the mound, the 6'3" righty. So Portland will send up Connor Stewart, catcher who had been hit by a pitch in the 6th inning. Also had a sac fly and RBI in the 4th and struck out in the 2nd. This ball is driven hard right into a grab by the Pickles base coach down there at 3rd. Nice athleticism just left of the hot corner. Pickles in this inning have already scratched for 1. That was on the home run by Tony Otis. First in the series to left field. And a nasty pitch from Oram gets a strike. This is what the Raptors are looking for, a quality arm out of the pen. Again, a new addition who has not been seen. Raptors have added a few bullpen arms throughout the year, but get a plethora of talent for the second half push. And Oram is going to get the strikeout. And number 7, of course, is going to send the fans in a frenzy. That's free tacos.
Everybody gets to go home with a coupon for a free taco, courtesy of
Raptors got in the deal with Taco Bell. 7 strikeouts and free tacos for the fans at the Rourke. Top of the order here, Patrick Keegren, 3rd baseman. And he sees one over the plate, strike 1. So the Raptors do have a quality shot to get out of it with 2 away. The runners on are still Jack Metcho, the shortstop, at 2nd, Kevin Ferguson at 1st. An 0-1. And Oram's looking strong, gets another swing and miss. Quality stuff here. Keegren, who does have 2 hits and was hit by a pitch 2 times, in trouble. The 0-2. Low half of the zone. This will be controversy, and ultimately Riley Keller says it is not a check swing by Keegren. Count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Portland looking to pour it on Ridgefield, already up a couple. And Oram just serves that inside for a ball. Oram coming into this inning, for those that are just tuning in, Jake Swenson was in earlier for Ridgefield, but did get removed halfway through the 7th. And Oram trying to help his teammate out, the 2-2. And this ball is 50-50 on the inside corner. Oram tried to walk off for strike 3, and we'll have a full count pitch. Everybody on the edge of their seat. The big payoff delivery. On the ground, Inscove just at 3rd, and while he grabs it, steps on 3rd to just beat out Jack Metcho. And the side is retired. The Raptors strand 2. Pickles do allow a run on the home run, but will be down just a couple as we head to the home half of the 7th.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union. investing in values since 1952. Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
We are in the bottom half of the 7th. Pickles with a 6-4 lead, and see if the relief arm of Noah Lucchesi can hold up for the visitors as Brody Mills, the Raptors hitter, going to come up to the plate.
From the UW, your first baseman, Brody Mills.
Mills grounded out. He walked back in the 5th and also had a base knock in the 4th inning. And Mills steps in with Lucchesi working from the full windup. He leaks it outside for ball 1. Raptors getting out of a huge jam for those that just made it into the broadcast in the 7th inning. As that's served back, but Mills will try to start some kind of spark. The Raptors allowed a home run to Tony Otis in the 7th and had 2 on base with a couple out. But Camden Oram able to get the ground out by Keegren to retire the side, and that's how we get here. But the Raps having 9 outs to work with, needing at least 2 runs. This ball is in there for a strike. Now got consecutive chance of a Let's Go Raptors and Let's Go Pickles getting active throughout the park, and Brody Mills looks at strike 3, a beautiful breaking pitch by Lucchesi. There's 1 gone. Hard to do something with that off-speed movement. Jack Salmon's 2 for 3. He steps in looking to get on after a strikeout his last time up. Raptors will need to put him on. And that ball misses outside. And for Portland in this situation, as well with the Knights in this first half, ultimately would be hard to catch Corvallis, who does have the day off. But the situation for the Pickles to have the small chance to come back and somehow win the first half division, they'd have to win here tonight, finish off this series with a win on Sunday, and then win throughout the rest of the games in the first half to be able to take that crown. The problem, of course, the Knights would have to lose out as that occurs, and that's just been unrealistic for a Corvallis team that has won the last 7 here in the WCL. Jack Salmon with a count of 2-1 will await the next offer. That is pummeled sharply towards Chris Cota at third, a foul ball. Raptors trying to pump up some life into the work crowd who stuck around on a cool Saturday night. And Salmon's rung up on strike 3. Lucchesi painting the black here in the 7th inning. Caught 2 straight Raptors looking, and the last chance will be Patrick Insko for the Raptors in the 7th. And so far, Mark Magdaleno and friends over there on the coaching staff of the Pickles punching the right buttons. As Insko, who steps in, does not go after that one. He's 0 for 2. But Nolan Ficklin was removed when the Raptors had 3 on. earlier on in the 6th inning. Literally right after Lucchesi gets a one-pitch flyout to Hunter Kashke to retire the side, and then obviously has gotten the first 2 here. But earlier on in the 7th, Tony Otis stepped in for Dominic Chacon, who was 0 for 3 and hit a home run. And so those are a huge swing, and those 2 decisions right there, Jeff, put the Pickles up in front. Certainly possible you allow Ficklin to stick in for just one more batter in that 6th inning. We're talking a much different ball game, but Inskov is going to drive that into center. And the catch is made by Christensen. The Raptors go in short order in the bottom of the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, and nobody left on base for the offense. Ridgefield down 6-4 as we go to the 8th.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, post-retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Just a 2-run ball game here late in this WCL matchup. 6-4 advantage for Portland into the 8th inning. My name is Patrick McCall. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast. We do appreciate everyone who has found their way either to the YouTube channel or the audio stream. A quick message from ANNCR. Quantum Fiber is unleashed on internet value you'll love. Now get 500 meg internet for $50 a month. And with Price for Life internet, keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. Quantum Fiber internet, your world unleashed. So the Raptors back on defense with Camden Oram looking strong in that top of the 7th where he took over. Dishes one outside and for a strike to the hitter Sam Christensen. He retired the Raptors with a catch in center minutes ago in the bottom half of the 7th. Oram juggles around the baseball and comes home. This ball is just away for a ball. Raptors again will finish out this series on Sunday. And at the moment looking like it could be the grudge match, but the Raps have a chance to come back down a couple. It'll be a fun one here tomorrow. And starting at 1:05, a different start time than usual at the Rourke. A lot of 6:35 on the schedule, but the Raptors have the Kids In Free Sunday. And come out to the Rourke and you're 12 or under. We'll be here for free. The 1-2. This is to the backstop off the arm of Camden Oram. Mark that ball 2. Next offer. Swerves outside. And Oram will try to find his way into the zone here. Raptors have given up a total of 7 hits to Portland, yet are down by 2 with 8 themselves. His ball is shoved over to Brody Mills at first. He catches it knee high and then roams over to first to get the out and retire Christensen. There's one gone. It'll be Alex Uvea, who has a hit in the first inning, grounded out in the second, walked in the 5th, and flew out in the 6th inning. Orem first time he goes against Gouveia. And he missed it low. Raptors with a loss here would drop to 10-12. Pickles would advance to 16-8. As this ball is hit sharp to the middle of the infield. Nice snag by Grenard, who does a little laissez-faire throw over to first for the out. Looked all too easy for the LMU sophomore as we see Tanner Griffith, the right fielder in the cleanup spot, going to be due up here again. Griffith has one hit on the night in 4 tries. Pickles fans here in attendance again, battling the younger kids at the Rourke, back in the Raps. Riding good life here, though, at the RORC. Fans into it late. Griffith will try to get on for a Portland offense that put up 2 in the second. Couple more in, or pardon me, I'm looking at the Ridgefield side of things. A Portland offense that dropped 3 in the first and have put 1 up in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, but get none here in the 8th. A 1-2-3 for Camden. Orem retires the side. We're going to be back with more baseball in the bottom of the 8th with Ridgefield down 6-4.
At Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice and making nice your reality.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers, if you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess, give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
You want to hear about A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A. And with our new luxury hotel featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
We have a 6-4 ball game. Advantage to the Portland Pickles in the bottom of the 8th. The Raptors will face Noah Lucchesi again. He was the left-hander on the bump, and looks like Chris Cota is going to make adjustments to his order and talk that over with home plate umpire Elijah Bester. With Lucchesi still up there, we have Andrew Grenner, who should be the one due up. Now he comes from home plate. That actually might have been a little delay technique. Not sure if Grenner had an equipment issue, but got to the batting circle pretty late. Nice stall there from Chris Cota, as Justin Sukata would also be due up here behind Grenner. So I have not seen a pinch hitter due up just yet. And this will be not Grenner, but Justin Stransky. That is why there was a delay, and my mistake. But Grenner, who did make the out, going to first earlier on in this same inning, will step aside for Justin Stransky, with Grenner finishing 0 for 3. Stransky from Fresno State, he's at .260 in 13 games. Last played against Portland yesterday, going 1 for 4. Stransky also had a run there, and before that was in the Benz Series on June 26th, going 1 for 4, and had the same number on June 25th. He's not going to get 4 at-bats, but maybe he can get a hit, continue that streak. We'll be down 1-2 in the count here. Hansky is capable of being in the infield, but there might be some heavy adjustments to the Raptor lineup as he's usually the catcher. And he does go down with a swing here in the pinch hit AB, and the Raptors have only 5 more outs to work with here at the Rourke. It'll be Justin Sukata, left fielder, who's flown out, had a base hit in the 4th, and walked in the 6th inning. Coming up every other inning as Lucchesi stares in a lefty-lefty battle. Big looping curve at the eyes of Sukata for a ball. Justin played as a sophomore with Portland in the spring, his 2nd straight year with the Pilots. He's played a total of 21 games in his career there and came out with a high recruiting profile at a high school as well. In fact, was a top 500 overall recruit by perfect game. Actually spent time behind home plate too, was rated as the number 104 catcher in the nation, but ultimately number 8 overall player in the state of Hawaii. Made All-American teams in 2022 and was a West Region honorable mention in 2022. Gonna see a 3-0 pitch here to Sukata. And he walks. 4 straight miss to the left fielder, and the Raptors are in business in the 8th. It'll bring up the tying run, Taylor Takata, who has walked his last 2 times up and had a base knock in the 2nd after striking out in the 1st. Pickles looking for a 6-4 win in this game. The pitch comes down. Outside, ball 1. Raptors have put up 2 in the 2nd and the 4th to get 4. Pickles 3 in the 1st and a run in the 4th, 6th, and 7th. That ball chases low. Raptors appear to have a pinch hitter, Richard Tejeda, on deck. That would be in replacement of Desan Harris if Tejeda does get to make the appearance. Tejeda from USC is committed to the Trojans and will step on campus in the fall. But Desan Harris, assuming his day is done, will end 1 for 4. Check on first. Sukata doesn't even have to dive to get back in there. And Raptors have come back before at the Rourke, but want to do it here in front of the hometown fans and provide a roar. As that pitch just a bit outside, but called a strike for Elijah Bester. We'll see the 2-1, a check on first. And again, Sukata is back in there, and Justin probably the man to look at. He has stolen 2 bases on the year and does have a lot of speed. Wouldn't be a surprise to see him take off, but Lucchesi is drawing boos here. He's gone over there 3 in a row. Two-1. Is put in play to the left side. The third baseman, Kieran, goes to second with an out. Back to first, a twin killing. Lucchesi screams off the 5-4-3 double play, and the Pickles get out of the 8th with a 6-4 lead. We'll be back for what could be the final inning here at the Rourke. The Raptors down 6-4 to Portland.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes, please.
Gotcha.
but I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. Details at leschwab.com/sale.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day and our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
Raptors have a new arm in the 9th inning. Down 6-4 to Portland. Mac Elski is the pitcher, the righty from Chaminade. Another man coming over from Hawaii is Chaminade, the new campus in Honolulu. Yet, Elski steps in with a 5.40 ERA in nearly 9 innings of work. He's pitched in 5 prior appearances. His last time out against Bend 2 nights back, he went a couple innings, did not allow a run, and just 2 elk hits. Stepping in from Chaminade, he'll be going into his senior campaign, and for Elski, has a lot of those off-speed pitches you'll see kind of sitting in the mid-80s and go to the curve a lot in the 70s, but should be fun to watch. So he'll go against this Portland order with what looks to be a new pinch hitter due up for Portland. We also have some defensive alignment changes here for the Raptors. Kyle Marion now seen at third. Looks to be Patrick Inskove at short as well. Brody Milstead at first. Hunter Kashke and right. Deshaun Harris stays in the ball game. Was not pinch hit for before the side was retired. He is in center. Justin Sukata still taking duties in left, and that is the 9. Out there, of course, Luke Iverson still doing the catching for the Raptors with this part of the ball game. And now the Pickles, Mark Magdaleno, will be assuring his lineup with Elijah Bester, as the Pickles again have Tony Otis on deck, and I believe what should be a pinch hitter before Otis, who had the big home run in the pinch hit decision earlier in the game. That certainly helped out the Pickles get another insurance run at the least, as we'll see 5-4 Chris Banda, the two-way player from Huntington Beach, step into the game. He played yesterday and was a defensive sub late in the game, but is hitting .250 in 12 games. That one upstairs for ball 1. Here's the pitch to the plate. Fouled away. Raptors will need to come back. Won the first game last night. 4-0. Are in game 2 here, down a couple with Mac Elski on the bump facing Chris Banda. And he drives it to the sky, and this ball's got a chance for a Kashke. Just leaks out of play to the right field lawn. We'll do it again. Handa from Long Beach State, a redshirt freshman his prior season, had a 3.38 ERA on the mound and steps in to hit here in the WCL and is called for strike number 3 right on the outside corner. There's one gone. Banda's down and Tony Otis is going to step up. Had the big solo fly ball in the left field to get himself a home run in the 7th inning. Scratch for a 6th Pickles run. But either way is a couple of runs of insurance now for Portland at the least. Here's the pitch from Elski. And he bent that outside for ball 1. And Elski will need a lockdown inning. He's had plenty before, but Raptors can't really afford to give up too many insurance runs for Portland. As there's a big swing by Otis. He comes up empty. 1-1. I think Otis, too, he's done it once over there to the left field fence. Been able to get over there one time. Would figure he's going to try and do it again, but you got a whole different tempo to face here. You're not going against the hard-throwing Jake Swenson, but Mac Elski. And he misses with 74. Some short applauses from the Raptors fans. The Ridgefield bullpen in left is fully empty. That ball is roped, and this is going to carve, barely foul down the left field line. Raptors trust in Elski to get him out of this inning, and then believe their team can find a way to take the lead in the 9th and also take the win in the series. Here's the pitch. And that was a close one on the outside part of the plate. It'll be 3-2 to Tony Otis. Big pitch coming down from Elski. And that drew into the sky after it popped away from Iverson. Otis will think about second, but stay at first, and now Otis walks, and we will have a pinch hitter for the Portland Pickles. Chipper Beck, the infielder from Highland, Utah, committed to Brigham Young. He's 0 for 1 in the pinch hit opportunity he had yesterday in the series, and hits 136 in 17 games for the Pickles this year. And Beck sees a strike come over the zone. Chipper Beck last got a hit against Ridgefield, though, in the May 31st game. He would get a run and 2 RBIs on his big hit in the win for Portland. Here's the 0-1. Hines to the outside, and it is no for home plate umpire Elijah Bester. Had some close calls up really for both ways. Been mostly a wider zone for Elijah Bester. Here's the 1-1. Foul back. Count is 1-2. Elski looking in here. Count at 1-2 and 1 away. Pickles up 6-4. That is pummeled foul down the first base side. And Brody Mills will be covering Otis at first, but the Raptors really looking for the double play here. Do have that situation rolling, especially with 1 out. Twin Killen to get out of the inning. Raptors eventually will have the 2 slide up in the 9th inning. And that's fouled away. It could be Desan Harris, but likely Richard Tejeda was due up to hit for Harris, who's now in center. Did not have that pinch hit happen before the side was retired in the 8th. After Tejeda would be Iverson and Hunter Kashke, the cleanup hitter. Elski agrees now and throws. This ball is just low. 74 from Elski's looking for that put away off-speed pitch at the black of the zone. Pickles and Raps fans getting into it. Echoing some chants throughout the stands. Now the 2-2. Elski left it low. Mack trying not to walk the hitter. Chipper Beck. Beck does have 3 walks on the season, but to 12 strikeouts. Here's the 3-2 from Elski. This ball's low. It is number 4 in the count, and thus Chipper Beck is going to take first base. And Mac Elski has walked 2 straight Pickles and will be in a bit of trouble here in the 9th inning. Kevin Ferguson due up, but he'll be replaced for another pinch hitter as we're seeing nearly a whole new lineup for Portland late in this game. Tyler Harry stepping in. Kevin Ferguson got a hit, was hit by a pitch, struck out and grounded out for his day. Harry sees a ball outside, my mistake, but from Federal Way, Washington, Harris has hit .341 from Centralia as well. Did go 0 for 2 yesterday and had a strikeout against Ridgefield. Big 1-0 from Elski. Low again. Problem here again, there's nobody in the left side bullpen for the Raptors, so even if Ridgefield wanted to go to the pen, have kind of left all the options out there for Elski and really don't want to have to jog someone down there. And even then, Raptors already down a couple of runs. Pickles sitting with some serious insurance on first and second. Put those 2 across, and you're asking the Raptors to match what they put up through 8 in 1 inning. We'll see what can occur the rest of the way through with Tyler Harris looking to get on for Portland. And now Elski is in the zone for a ball. I'll be mistaken. That is called a strike. Elijah Bester a little late, but is giving Elski the zone. Raptors in a money situation with 2 on and just 1 out in the 9th. And Elski gets it to the outside corner for strike 2. Otis still the runner at second with Chipper Beck at first. 3rd pinch hitter in a row, Tyler Harris, is up at the plate. Now the pitch. And he just slams it foul down the first base side. Raptors in game 2 of the series, won 4-0 yesterday against Portland after losing the first 2 games of the season series back on June 1st and May 31st in Portland. Elski's 2-strike offer. On the ground, left side, Mamarian, the third baseman, to second. The out is there. Back to first. 5-4-3. Raptors are out at the top of the 9th. Portland scores no runs, no hits. There are no errors and 1 left on. We'll go to the home half of the 9th inning. Raptors need at least 2 to extend the ball game.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Raptors will need to score at least 2 to tie it and go to the 10th, at least 3 to get the win. My name is Patrick McCall. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast all night, and we are finally into what should be an exciting bottom of the 9th here. Ridgefield down just 2 to their rival, and Portland brings up Noah Lucchesi up against pinch hitter Richard Tejeda. He's hit 275 in 10 games, got a home run, a double. 2 doubles and 11 RBIs for Tejeda on the year. Lucchesi with the ball at his belt. He'll get going here in the 9th. And Tejeda slams this one center field. Christensen on a chase to the right center field gap where Griffith, the right fielder, calls him off, and there's one down. Now Luke Iverson's going to be the catcher after Tejeda is a quick out. Pickles need just 2 more to get the win. Iverson on the year has gotten 2 hits and 2 walks. I should say on the day. Has a base hit in the first, a double in the 5th, and walked in the 3rd and 6th inning respectively. That ball's a strike at the knees. And for Lucchesi has taken over since Nolan Ficklin was removed in the later innings. He's done just fine on the bump. He's going into his 3rd inning of action as he sprays it outside and would be in line for the save too, as this is just a 2-run ball game. Here's the pitch down. Iverson was looking to score every run possible with that swing. He missed, and Lucchesi needs 1 more for the strikeout. Lucchesi does not have a save on the card this year. 1-2 pitch. Fouled to the Pickles dugout. We'll do it again. Chants that have been going all night continuing to roar throughout the RORC. Late into the 9th, the Pickles fans that have traveled down the I-5 getting active. 1-2. Iverson strikes out. It is going to be a throw down to first on the drop from Connor Stewart. He does get it in time, and there's 2 away. Hunter Kashke, the right fielder, will need to find his way on. Kashke has done that walking in the 3rd. Other than that, has flown out 2 times and struck out in the 5th. Last chance for a Raps team down 6-4 in this game. Pitch is upstairs to Kashke, and that's how the AB starts. Raptors have not had a walk-off yet. We're going to extras at the Rourke, but need either one of those to come true. Count will be 2-0 here to Kashke. Usually the Raptors late in a game with 2 away in the 9th inning have been in control. But here comes the 2-0. It is a strike at the knees, and Kashke doesn't like it. And they're going to, somebody has been thrown out. And I think it's Hunter Kashke. And I believe they're going to signal out number 3 or in the inning, or that there's going to have to be a Raptor gone. Elijah Bester is going to talk with Chris Cota. And this will be a very interesting discussion here. Chris Cota, the Umpire, the count was at 2-1. Hunter Kashke disagreed with the last strike call. And we had Kashke say something under his breath. Obviously, it might have been a little offensive there to Elijah Bester. Have no idea what was said or exactly what occurred, but Kashke is tossed. Brody Mills goes up there and then retreats back, and we have to wait to figure out what's going to happen here. I believe the Raptors will have to get somebody else up there to finish this at-bat, but what a turn. And the Raptors see one of their elite power hitters suddenly drop down mid-at-bat. And what seemed to be a routine ninth, at least for the Portland defense, has turned into some kind of discussion here. Again, the game has not ended. Raptors and the Pickles still on the field. So we'll see who the pinch hitter is coming out of the dugout. No number just yet. And I think that is Austin Stallwick, who is going to be the Raptors representative. Stallwick, the only Raptor now on the field. And this will be some kind of discussion. There's been a little bit of merit between the Raptors and I think the Pickles as well on a few occasions about the strike zone of Elijah Bester. But on rule book states, you cannot argue balls and strikes, but the constant debate in the game is exactly how far you can stretch your comments about the zone, and it must have been a little too far for Hunter Kashke. So Austin Stallwick is up there. And he'll see a ball upstairs. The count is 3-1, though. Stallwick has only seen his first pitch of the AB. Stallwick last hit in a game at Bellingham, where he went 2 for 5. Count will be full with 2 away after the wild sequence. Pickles 1 strike away from a 6-4 win. And Stallwick will get on. Finishes the at-bat for Hunter Kashke. And so it'll be Austin Stallwick on with Brody Mills, the big Washington Husky, to the plate.
Now striding towards the plate, number 44, your first baseman.
Brody Mills so far on the day has struck out, walked, had a single and grounded out to begin his day in the first inning. And the Raptors bringing out everything as well. Austin Stallwick will go to the bench. He is replaced by a running number 1, which is Cooper Thacker from UC San Diego. Thacker has not had a stolen base yet, but he's played in 4 games, and if you've tuned in, you know he's got some speed. Tying run is Brody Mills at the plate. And he stays conservative, but a strike at 88. 0-1. What a ninth inning we've had so far as the Raptors will look to tie it up. Thacker going to go, and he is not going to have to do much to take second. Nobody down there for the Pickles. He'll be in the scoring position. Of course, Thacker will not be able to tie this ball game himself. Brody Mills, the tying run at the plate. 1-1. Upstairs in ball 2. Again, the Raptors had the first 2 batters retired in the inning. Richard Tejeda and Luke Iverson would go down. The 2-1. And a big cut by the Husky for strike 2, but Hunter Kashke ejected midway through his at-bat, left the count at 2-1 for Austin Stallwick, who walked to get on and was replaced by Thacker, who stands at second. Deuces wild on the count, pitch coming down. And Mills cannot connect the barrel with strike 3. Portland takes a Game 2 win 6-4, and it's tied the series. The Raptors lose this ball game by a couple of runs and ultimately drop 4 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors for the winning Pickles. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors as we go into the post-game show. What a game we had here in Ridgefield. It was a fast start for the Pickles, who put up 3 in that first, ended up spraying across a few more in the game with 1 in the 4th, an additional run in the 6th inning, and got their last run of the night in the 7th. The Raptors only put up 2 in the bottom of the 2nd, and also a couple spot in the 4th. And for Ridgefield, had 8 hits that out-hit the Pickles, but could not get the job done, and gave up 3 errors also defensively as we go into what happened in that first inning where the Pickles had it. It was Patrick Keegren who got a base hit after that. Sam Christensen got on with a fielder's choice, and then Alex Gouveia added a single with Tanner Griffith reaching on the first error of the night. Raptors will make another mistake in the 2nd inning with Sam Christensen getting on via the error. Patrick Keegren also would finish the leadoff hitter with a couple of hits, and you look on the card of Christensen, he had a walk and reached a couple times. Alex Gouveia had a walk and a hit. Tanner Griffith had a single as well, with Tony Otis having the home run in the 7th. Had a big pinch hit home run, which helped the Pickles be a little more comfortable. Had a walk out in the 9th after replacing Dominic Chacon, who went 0 for 3, but Jack Mecho had a base hit, a walk in the 7th inning, gave way to Chipper Beck, who walked in the 9th. Also had a nice performance from Tyler Harris, who had a hit and was hit by a pitch. Raptors also, on their side of things, do have some offense for Taylor Takata, who walked 2 times, had a 2 RBI single in the 2nd. Luke Iverson, another good performance, going 2 for 3. He walked twice and had 2 hits. Brody Mills got a walk and a hit, while Jack Salmon added 2 hits and 2 runs. Bottom of the order, not as productive, but Justin Tsukada would go 1 for 2 with a single, 2 RBIs on that in the 4th. He then walked in the 6th and the 8th, respectively, to help things out. But again, the Raptors lose this one 6-4 and drop to 10-12 on the year. The Pickles improved to 16-8 with the win. On the pitching bump, Logan Anderson for the Raptors went 4 and allowed as many. Had a walk in 4 Ks and 7 hits against him. After that, the combination of Damian Pantoja, Jake Swenson, Camden Oram, and Mac Elsky would only allow a couple more. But Matthew Shapiro, the Pickles starter, went 2 and allowed 2, as did Chris Downs. But after that, Nolan Ficklin and, again, Noah Lucchesi ends up earning the save, go a strong 5 the rest of the way, and earn the Pickles a 6-4 win. Well, that just about does it here from the work. My name is Patrick McCall. I thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast all season long, and certainly today we had plenty of viewers sticking around. I believe I saw as much as 160 around our YouTube chat. Thank you so much there, and of course those that tuned into the audio channel, we love you too. Hope you can tune in tomorrow for the finale of this series. It'll be the grudge match. The winner takes the series between these two teams. With the Raptors being 10-12 on the year, the Pickles 15-9. They go into the finale, which starts at 1:05 local time, 12:55 pregame show. Catch it all on RidgefieldRaptors.com/stream. One final time, Ridgefield loses 6-4 to Portland in Game 2 and will play for the series tomorrow.